Hello, everybody. We're playing Pulp Cthulhu today. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. This is dedicated to my father who passed away at Easter. I miss you, Daddy. I'm joined here by two fine players that are going to give Pulp Cthulhu, the two-headed serpent, a run for the money today. We're going to start off this campaign, and hopefully we'll run it for the next couple of months. I'm going to start with Kelsey's player. Kelsey, you want to introduce your character? And I will make sure I pop up their image. There we go.
Hey, I'm playing Kelsey, and yeah, they are, interested in antiquities and also trying to discover what happened to her brother, who went missing for a while, and when he was found, was raving about dragons in the subway. Not sure what's going on with that, but he's in Arkham Asylum now, and I want to find out what got him.
It's dark already. No, I'm just kidding. What happened to
Sorry.
Kelsey's brother? That's going to be a great little subplot. No, that's wonderful. All right, and we've got Sean joining us. And Sean, go ahead and introduce your character, and I'll pop their image up.
My character is Rachel. She is an archaeologist, apparently from Brooklyn. Backstory.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Cool. Next time, I got you.
Next time. But there you go. All right, and I'm just gonna. Jaden knows I like my my noise a little bit, and I don't care about copyright. So.
Well, it's not like your videos are monetized, so you know.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, sorry, I'm having a little problems with Roll20, so I just need to refresh. And it put me into the wrong game. It put me into my game in my Call of Cthulhu game in Cambridge.
Oopsie.
Where I had that song, We Have No Bananas Today playing. That was not right. All right. Okay. Again, we're running Pulp Cthulhu in honor of Indiana Jones. So I do like to use sound effects, so do make sure your sound is up on Roll20, and we got a little inspiration with the Indiana Jones. And I'll give you guys the story hook. If it's a little too loud, just go ahead and turn it down a little bit on your master volume under Roll20 under the gear cog. As you can see from our landing page, we are going to South America. Specifically, you are going to Bolivia and Paraguay. They're in the middle of what's called the Cauco War, where they're fighting over this particularly remote area that has just been discovered to have oil, and all of a sudden everybody wants it. So, your mission, you've been hired by a interesting nonprofit group called the Caduceus Foundation. I'm going to just put a little handout there so you can read all about it. Basically, a very rich, I can't even say it, a very rich guy, Joseph Meadham of New York, sold his empire and put all his money into the Caduceus Foundation to do good works around the world to help war-torn countries. Again, very similar to the Red Cross. And in this case, the Caduceus Foundation is funding a resupply mission to an international Red Cross aid hospital in the middle of the war-torn region. Both of you have worked for Caduceus before in these various aid projects around the world. You're the contractors that they hire for some of these things. You guys have been flown in from New York to Rio de Janeiro into Paraguay, and you can see on the map there, the yellow ring is the war-torn area that you'll be hiking into. The red ring is where the landing strip for your little plane there. I just have to say, it took me a long time to find this stupid little plane icon. So I just have to show it. Cost me $5.99 American. All right. So that Caduceus. So you guys have worked for them on several missions. They have brought you in to act as escorts and expert consultants on this mission into the aid camp. You've landed at an airstrip on the Paraguay side of the disputed border, and you've been met with a team of 3 doctors, 3 nurses, with a Dr. Arturo Ursini, who is leading the resupply train from the airstrip through a 2-day hike into the jungle to reach that Red Cross aid camp. Okay? So you guys are going to be hiking for 2 days through the jungle with this group of doctors. Yay! So, any questions about locale? It's 1933. You're going into a war zone. And if there's no questions, then we'll get right into it. All right, here we go. Into the jungle. You've hiked for the first day without anything happening, camped overnight. You've had lots of time to get to know the nurses and the doctors. There's a mule handler too, and you have 3 mules that are carrying vitally needed supplies, medical supplies. And you're now on your second day. Nothing happened the first day. Just, sweating mosquitoes, other bugs, the humidity of a jungle, thickly dense jungle, cutting your way through a trail. And it is a trail, but the jungle quickly reclaims this trail. So it's more like a beaten down dirt path in the better areas. And I better make sure I'm on that page too. Hopefully you can hear the jungle noises, which I searched and stole for off the internet. There you go. A little bit to get you a little bit more immersed. So you guys have just hiked throughout the morning. You stopped for your midday meal. And as you're just finishing up and doing chit chat with the other colleagues in your mule train, Dr. Ursini, she's actually pulled out a manila envelope from her own backpack off of one of the meals. And you can see, actually, maybe I'll have you guys roll your first skill roll. Roll me a spot hidden, please, everybody. So again, spot hidden's on your skill tab of your character sheet. And there we go. Oh, nice. All right.
I also get a bonus because I have keen vision.
Right.
Wait. Oh, where did you see where it popped up? I heard it pop up, but I don't see it.
So on the right hand side, there's on the right hand side, where the cog is, you'll see a 2 little bubbles. Click on that, and that will give you the chat, and all the rolls come up in the chat. And make sure you roll right down to the bottom so you can see it. Okay. So we can see that you had a regular success. Kelsey had a regular success, plus a bonus die because of their talent, keen vision.
Nice.
So okay. I don't think that even changes it. Hey, Kelsey?
No, it was a hard success before, and it's still a hard success now.
So in this system, you want to roll low. So if you look at your skill sheet, for example, Kelsey had 62 in their spot hidden. If they roll that or lower, it's a success. If you roll lower than half, it's a hard success, which isn't even better. If you roll lower than a fifth of it, like say a 2 or a 3, that's extreme success. And if you roll a 1 in this system, that's a critical success. But if you roll 100, and in some cases, 96, 97, 98, depending on the different skill levels, that could be a fail. Or 100 is always a critical fail. So in this game, you want to roll low. And you both have done very well. So when you see Dr. Ursini, let me just bring up the token, give you a visual. Dr. Ursini, she has pulled out a manila envelope from her backpack, and on it, because you've both done so well, you see that it's marked in bold letters, important, confidential, and underneath you see the Caduceus Foundation logo. And so as she's going through, You see, she stepped away from y'all, and she's looking through, opening up the sealed envelope. She's looking through something, some of the documents, and the facial expression starts to change. Anyone want to roll a psychology check to see if you can interpret her facial expression? Yes, please put your tokens where you want them. The tokens are at the bottom of the page for all the pre-gen
Oh
characters,
no!
and you can drag them to wherever you want to be in that kind of marching order of the meal train.
I'm probably going to notice that Dr. Yusini's dropped back, and I don't know. I haven't been in the jungle before. I have visions of giant snakes appearing and like eating the party. So got to keep everybody together.
Right. Okay.
Also, was not
Oh,
very
wow.
successful on that one.
Dr. Ursini has one of those poker faces. It's totally unreadable. Anyway, she looks up and she sees you, Rachel, and you, Kelsey, and she kind of gestures for you to come over to her.
Oh, wrong one. Sorry.
Yeah, just move over, and she's like,
Dr. Yusini?
yes, Kelsey, Rachel. I know we haven't worked together on any missions for Caduceus just yet, and we're all new to each other. But we're getting close to the Red Cross aid camp now, and I feel before we arrive that I should warn you. There's more to our mission. It's much more complex and dangerous than you or I have been led to believe. And she kind of crumples the manila envelope in her hand a little bit as a sign of stress. She kind of shakes her head. This is totally not what I expected, but you both must constantly assume that there is much more to what is going on here than you've been led to believe. In fact,
Was that?
Dr. Suni's head, her left side of her head, explodes in front of you as it's shattered by a rifle bullet. You're covered with her gore and her brains. Unless you give me a dexterity saving throw, and we'll see if you are covered with gore and brains, or if the splatter went the other way. So give me a dexterity roll, please, or a dodge roll. Sorry, give me a dodge roll.
Oh, for dodge, no problem.
Oh, excellent. Okay, well, I guess the blood went all over the huge leaves of the palm tree right next to Dr. Suni's. Dr. Suni's body crumbles to the ground, and everybody in the meal train starts screaming. Well, okay, what do you guys do?
Shit. I'd like to hit the ground, please, and grab my gun.
All right. Can you guys both
And
give
if
me?
if I'm close enough to Rachel, I'll probably drag her down with me.
Okay, Rachel, what are you doing?
I'm in shock. I'm standing still.
Okay.
Great. I'll be wrestling Rachel down to the ground then.
Okay. Give me everybody. So in this Pulp Cthulhu, it's not just what your dex is. You actually do a dex roll. So please give me a dex roll, and that will set our initiative order.
Do I need to click on tokens?
Yeah. Do you want to click on the token? Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit rusty with this as well. So let's see. No one's kind of click on your token and then hit dexterity.
Oh wait, it might be better to do it. Yeah. Okay. If you want this onto the turn tracker, go to the combat tab.
Oh yeah.
And
Thank you.
see where it says dexterity, your number, and then below that to the turn tracker. There we go.
Click it again.
Yeah. Well, make sure your token is clicked first, then hit the dexterity button on the combat tab.
Okay. And so when you say token, you mean the image that's me, or?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm not so great with the Call of Cthulhu sheet as Jaden is, so thank you.
Okay. And then, okay, so I'm clicking on it. A bunch of things have popped up. So 23, 80, 65. Which one?
So
let me get onto your sheet and look. And I can't see anything. Never mind. Let's see if I can guide you. Okay, so
let me
you're
go.
on the combat tab and looking at weapons, correct?
Wait, hold on.
Let's get you in combat.
I'm on this. Yeah, I'm on
So
the
I just
skills.
switched
There
it
we
for
go.
you, and then you see dexterity on the right underneath the word skills. Dexterity,
Yeah,
turn tracker. Click on that.
click on that.
Right
Okay.
on.
And there you
Fantastic.
are. Holy
There you go.
crap, your dexterity's way better than mine.
That is, and this is where you see the value is much better for your archetype kind of core attribute. It's much higher than regular Call of Cthulhu. It's great that way. All right, so that's our turn tracker. And so let's just say, so Kelsey has dove for cover. Do you have that thing where you don't have a penalty for diving for cover, Kelsey?
Oh,
That
no,
talent?
no, no. I assumed that I'd be losing a turn.
Okay.
But, being on the ground feels much safer
Better.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Better
Yep.
than what I chose.
Yeah. And so in this case, with Rachel, because you do have that ability when you dive for cover, even though you were kind of dragged down, you don't lose your next action. We're going to start this round with you. So you just heard that rifle shot crack. Do you want to give me either a listen or a spot hidden to see if you can determine what direction that came from? Whatever works better for you. Spot hidden for visual, listen for, listening for the sound of the rifle shot. Oh, 4. That's an extreme success. Oh my god. All right. I'm going to say with
Great.
that.
I'm
Sorry, go
glad
ahead.
my partner has hearing like a bat. Fantastic.
Yeah, I know, right? Totally. All right. With
Okay.
that, not only do you hear the direction, your eyes go there and you see a figure in the dense jungle foliage. And let me just bring them to this level. And then let me just give you a quick shot. There we go. Here's what you see at this particular
Kelsey over there. You see it?
Oh, shit. Yeah, I see him now.
All right.
Just kind of listen and watch.
So in combat, on your round, on your turn, you can do a significant action. So that can be pretty much anything from pulling out your weapon, getting it ready, or pulling out your weapon and attacking,
Okay.
rolling
And
over
by
to
that
be
we
behind a log. It's not like D&D where it's really split up. It's more, and Jaden, feel free to jump in there, but it's more like a significant action, and it can be anywhere from 6 to 10 seconds. So it's not so,
okay.
it's a lot more fluid than D&D, and you can be a lot more narratively think. So you can sit there and go, I rolled behind a log, pulled out my weapon, and I'm taking aim at that particular person. Now, aim is an interesting thing in this game. If you take aim and you use that as your action, then you'll get a bonus die when you fire the shot on the next round. If you fire it right now, it'll just be a normal firearm attack because you haven't had time to really stop and take the aim, so you wouldn't get the bonus. And in this game, you can get either a bonus die or a penalty die. And that means when Jaden had rolled it before, you roll an extra die, and if it's a bonus die, you take the lower number and make it a 10. So in that case with Jaden, they rolled a 2 that stood for 20, and that helped lower the roll. If it was a penalty die, you would take the higher one, and again, rolling low in the system is good. Rolling high is bad. So I know
So
that's a
when we
lot.
roll like I'll
Yeah.
hopefully I'll get it once I study after. But 45 feet. Okay. So if from here I just click, I say, for example, not yet.
Yep.
Say for example, I pull out my pistol and I fire. I
Yep.
would just select it and it would pop up in chat, and that's what would happen.
Yeah, you would go into your character sheet, go under the combat tab, and click on the name of your firearm to execute the attack on that person. Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to
So
take
then,
a whole turn to aim, so that next turn you can then get a bonus die with the aiming thing. And Jaden, if I'm messing up explaining it, please jump in there because I'm still learning.
No
Tell
worries. That sounds good.
Yeah, tell me that you want to aim so you get a better shot on him. But if you just do it
Okay.
now, it's a normal shot, no penalty, no bonus. Now, one thing I just need to talk to you about before you take your shot is I'm just going to bring up your character sheet so I can see what weapons you have. You have a 32 revolver. So, it's a handgun. It does 1d8 damage. It shoots 15 yards. And it has one attack, but in brackets, it has a 3. In this system, if you choose to pop off 3 shots because your magazine has 6 bullets in it, you can, but each bullet would have a penalty because when you're doing multiple shots, you don't have time to aim as well. If you're doing one shot, you do it at a regular roll. But if you want to pop off 3 in this one turn, you would do it with a penalty for each shot. Now, hopefully, I explained that right. So you can just take the one shot at normal, or if you really want to scare the shit out of them, but it's harder to aim between pulling the trigger 3 times, we can do it that way. Just so you know, that's an option you have with this weapon.
Now I'm trying to determine now what my character would do. Like she stood still, so she's on the ground and she sees him now, and I feel like in character she would fire. But the smart thing to do would be to wait. I think.
Play it how you want to play it. What's going to be the most fun for you?
Yeah, I'm gonna play it how I feel like the character would do it. And since she seems like somebody who, yeah, I think she's gonna fire. So I'm gonna and it's 15 yards, so it's probably not gonna do a lot. But I'm gonna do it anyway. So
do it.
I look at Kelsey and I say, "You see him?" She said, "Yeah," earlier. So
Yep.
I'm gonna just do that, and then.
Oh, nice. So you have a regular success. Your damage though kind of sucked a little bit. So in roll 20, you see the damage. If you mouse over the 2, it will show you that you rolled a 1d8, which is the weapon's damage, and you only rolled 2. But that's still 2 on these guys, right? So that's good. That's not bad at all. Just for fun, I'm just gonna take that 2 points off of him. Just for fun, do you want to roll? Let's see where you hit him at, okay? So I'm looking at, I think it's Seth's fire sheet. So Seth is a guy on the internet. He's got really great, he teaches Call of Cthulhu and Pulp Cthulhu rules. And he made this little cheat sheet that I'm showing you guys right now on screen. Again, if you want to see it, use the box with the line down the middle. It's just a better view of it, I find. And if you go down, you'll see optional hit locations on the right-hand side of that sheet. If you could please roll me a 1d20 from the dice tracker. So the dice roller is on your left-hand side on that toolbar that has the arrow, the square, and if you go down, you see a 1d20. Yeah, perfect. So you hit him on the abdomen, right in the gut.
Nice.
I love it.
Excellent.
He screams in pain and he crumples over himself down to his knees and he's screaming and there's shouts of concern coming from other parts of the jungle. That's
not good. I take it I hear this before it's my turn.
Yeah, you do hear it before your turn. But you go for cover so you don't get an action.
Yeah, no, that's totally cool.
Okay, so then as these fellows, or you don't know how many or however, but there's multiple voices in the jungle, and they are firing shots fast and furious, and everyone in the wagon train, all the doctors and the mule handler and the mules are all screaming and ducking for cover. There's various shots that go through the foliage. There's rifle. Oh, hang on a sec. Oh, I got something coming at my front door. Amazon. 1 second, guys. Sorry about that.
I figured out my character's name.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
There we go.
Dissenter. Cool.
All right. Sorry about
You
that.
actually probably can change that on your character sheet too, but not your token.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa.
Yep.
That's gonna hurt.
Yeah. And just gonna make sure I just roll. Unfortunately, that takes out the mule handler.
That's kind of disappointing.
Where
Oh
is the
man.
poor little mule handler? But luckily, I didn't roll one of you guys. And
Oh,
Yes, I appreciate that.
there you go.
Great.
damn.
This is not good.
That's
No.
right. That's not good at all. Anyway, so there's multiple shots firing. Of all the shots, boom, 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 boom. One hits, and it hits the mule handler. He goes down, and we're going to go to the next round, and we'll start with you. Wait, have you changed to Cassandra?
I have. Cassandra is the name.
Okay, cool. So let's change your sheet.
So he's been shot.
Okay.
Shit. Where'd it go?
Yep, good. It's changed there as well. Let me just change it here.
Alright, what am I gonna do?
Yeah, what are you
How to
going
think
to
faster.
do?
Think faster. Okay, I'm gonna dodge again. And rolling away. For the character's name is Kelsey, yes?
Yes.
Okay. I'm rolling away from Kelsey into the bush.
Okay.
I need to be like
Oh, that's great.
here.
Yep, that's good.
And then is that the end of it, or I have one more thingy?
You
Is
can
it like
do, I
two
mean,
actions? How many
it's,
actions?
yeah, it's like a significant action. So if you want to roll further undercover and pop off a shot with a successful dodge roll, I'd say you can do that.
Nah, okay, so adrenaline's pumping at this point. So I'm gonna dodge into the bush and I'm gonna aim my revolver, and that'll be the end of the turn. Now,
Okay.
do I have to click something to aim, or
Nope, it just means the next time you fire your weapon, just remind me, and we'll make sure you roll an extra. So if you guys see on the bottom of your screen, I've added a bonus penalty die. So if you click on that, it will roll a 1d10 automatically for you,
okay?
right? So, and then we'll just decide if it's going to be a bonus or a penalty roll. So we'll just do that next time. So if you guys
Cool.
see that, you can, when you see, click on your token, you'll see it on the upper left-hand side. But if you're not clicked on your token, you should see it at the bottom of your screen, maybe. If you have your macro thing up. Let me see. Show, no, maybe you guys don't
If you
have it.
click on your token, there I do have a bonus penalty thingy
Yeah.
pop up.
You
Yeah.
did. What does yours look like?
It's on the left side of the screen. You see the column with the arrow, the paintbrush, the magnifying glass, etc.
Mm-hmm.
It's right next to the arrow. It just says bonus penalty die.
I see it. Yep. Okay.
Okay, cool. And there's also a 1d3 in there because that comes up in this game a lot more than in some other games. Okay, so you have the aim. You'll get the bonus die next round for your next attack. Kelsey, you're up now.
Great. What I would like to do, I'm not sure if I can do all of it, but first I'd like to grab the papers that Dr. What's her name? Sorry, didn't write it. Uranus? Uranus?
Yoursini. Yoursini. You
Dr.
are
Ursini.
Sini. Yoursini.
Yeah, I want to grab the papers that Dr. Ursini was looking at, and also get myself undercover. Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so if I can get the papers, get further undercover, and aim, that'd be awesome. I don't know if I'm going to have time to actually aim as well.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, she had them in her hands. It would have been easy to grab and roll. So go ahead and roll, let's say, 5 or 6 feet from where you are. This grid is going to be, each grid is going to be about 5 feet, each little square, okay? So roll whichever
Okay.
way you want. And move yourself.
Guess is this bush going to be any particular amount of cover?
Yeah, it will. It's the jungle. Sorry, it's the best battle map I could find. that I didn't have to pay
Excellent.
for. I'm getting cheap with my old age.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's all good.
All right.
Great. I got the papers. I'm in better cover, and can I aim or not so much?
Yeah, yeah. You guys who are both aiming. So your next attacks you'll
Fantastic.
see. And let's see here. We're gonna have
Oh, and by the way, I'm prone on the ground, so that'll give me an extra bonus.
right because you can prop up your arm to steady your shot more. So then
Exactly.
Cassandra will have the same bonus, but they don't stack, right? Bonuses don't stack, do they? Well, do they? Would you get two bonuses then
Um,
for aim? And I think you would. I think you'd get two bonuses, wouldn't
I'm
you?
pretty sure you can. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you both will get to roll two bonus dice, and you'll take the lowest of all of them on your next turn. All right. So we're gonna move off of your thing, and we're gonna actually have these mysterious ambushers come into play. Actually, can you both roll me a spot hidden?
Sure.
No. Okay. Okay. Now, one other thing, Cassandra, and it's one a major mechanic I forgot to tell you about, would be that you have on your character sheet what's called luck. And luck is super important. And in this game, like in Call of Cthulhu, you can have, 40, 50 luck's quite common. In this game, you have a lot more. You have 80 luck. And 80 luck can be bought to improve any roll to make it go from a failure to a success. But luck also is used in some very special ways in Pulp Cthulhu. And that's why I'm just going to bring up and quickly show you guys Seth's luck sheet because it's so good. So luck in this game, you can spend it in a lot more ways. Again, you can improve a luck roll 1 for 1 point. 1 luck point to improve your roll by 1 point. You can avoid a weapons malfunction by spending 10 luck. You can save some sanity by using luck points again to counteract any sanity loss. You can use it also to avoid going unconscious. You can use it to regain 1d6 hit points if you use 20 points of luck. And you can use it, best of all, if you have minimum 30 luck points, you can avoid certain death, right? So there's that luck little cheat sheet. So luck is in D&D, it's used like inspiration, but it has a lot more functionality in this system. So just keep that in mind. But it's a finite resource to a certain extent. You do regain it from one session to another, but don't be like me where the first game I played with Jaden's game, I used it all the time and I got down to 30 luck and then I was just a dumbass and got in trouble all the time. Because when we do weird things like, oh, do you have a flare gun in your bag? Roll luck to see if you do, and if your luck's really low, then again you decrease your chances of succeeding in that. So just keep in mind
So
that
we
mechanic.
spend luck though. Okay, so we get
Yeah,
it every session, but we start with 80 and it dwindles the more we use it.
absolutely, you got it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I should have mentioned that first. But anyway, let's carry on with these folks. Kelsey, you are able to spot two other attackers. Let me bring them up so you can see them. Which
No,
one's
all I
next?
can say is soldier number 7 is kind of an ominous thing.
No. There
Okay.
you Okay. And let's just make sure.
Okay. My turn, yeah?
No, these guys get to shoot at you.
Oh
Haha!
shit. Okay.
Yes.
That's right. These guys get to shoot at you now, and I just have to get them in the turn tracking order. So 7 was kind of taken out because of his injury that last turn. Let's see here.
But it was only 2 points. Or is it just, ow, I'm done now?
Well, I mean, who knows what he's getting paid, right? This might be
Oh,
above his pay grade or below his pay grade
oh,
or some kind of pay
exactly.
grade.
Okay, never mind.
I just want to get these guys on turn trackers. Sorry, so I just gotta bring them up on those character sheets. And Just gotta bring him up from the... One more, sorry. I just realized, I can't have that name or else it will spoil everything. So I gotta quickly change the dude's name. Or you guys will see it. Oh, come on. I'll get better at this as I get more used to the turn thing.
No worries.
All right.
Totally
All good.
cool.
There we
All
go.
good.
Let's see. Descending order. And we're going to start with... we're going to have these guys run their turn real quick. Soldier 4. Just going to see if he sees you or not.
Still doing that. The little green thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to
Me,
quickly
I'm
have
making.
him roll. Let's see if he can spot hidden, but I'm going to have it roll. And I'm going to give him... Oh, he fails anyway. So I won't roll the penalty die because he fails. So he doesn't spot either of you two underneath the cover. So that first guy... So he's going to just randomly shoot at people in the baggage train. Some of the nurses and the doctors. Now that the mule guy's gone. And let's just... And he fails with that shot. And I'm just going to keep his sheet up. And we'll do the next fellow. The next fellow. Does he see you guys hiding under the cover or not? Let's see. He fails. I was going to add a penalty die, but it's no use because he's not going to make it. And I'll do that for actually the leader as well. The leader succeeds. Go back to that second guy. He's going to take a shot at the mule train. And he's going to succeed.
Oh no.
Let's see which one that he hits. And how many damage did he do? 10. Uh-oh. So that was number 3. We'll just put a dot on this doctor. Show you guys real quick. That doctor has been hit and is now not dead, but screaming in pain and collapsed to the ground, bleeding profusely. The other doctors and nurses that are close by are like crawling over to get to her to try and stem the bleeding. And she's just howling in pain and howling for help. So that will take care of that guy and these two guys. The number 7 guy is going to go over to this other fellow. Now, you guys, Kelsey saw that he has a different type of uniform with different markings.
Yep.
Okay. And this number 7 guy is going to be saying something in a different language. And holding onto his abdomen where he's bleeding over his left hand. And his captain is just going to take his gun and smack him across the face. And push him back towards the fight. And we'll start a new round with Cassandra, who is aiming and will get double bonus points for her next attack because you're lying prone as well. So you got a couple targets there.
Yeah. Is this how you do it? How do you do the circle thing that y'all were doing on the characters? To highlight them.
Oh yeah, you just ping.
Hits?
Just hold down your left mouse and just hold it down. It will ping like that. So I'm pinging the blue. I mean the green.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool. Okay.
Yeah. Your left mouse. Ping, ping, ping.
This guy I'm aiming at, I see that he's close to the other guy in the different uniform, but I'm still going to aim and fire.
The dude that's already hurt?
Yeah.
Kill him off! Finish him! Alright, go ahead. So roll your firearm attack with your handgun, and then hit the button that says bonus penalty die. Hit it twice.
Okay.
Because you get 2 bonus dice. And you're going to take the lower. What the fudge? 7 and 7. That represents 70. Your base value was 30.
Fail.
That's a fail. Sorry.
Hard fail. It's a hard fail.
well, no, it's not a crit fail, so you're okay. We take the 70 over the 30, but it's still not a success. But they're like your bullets go whizzing past their head, smashing through some of the bark on the trees, and you got them. They're definitely you've ruined the illusion that they're hiding, and that now that they know they've been targeted, that's something they're aware of now. Okay.
One quick question. So
Yep.
it says ammo and it has a number. Does that mean how much I have?
Yep. So you should be tracking it.
Okay.
So this is your second shot, right?
Yep, second shot. Okay.
So I think you still have what? How many do you have in your
I have 6, so I have 4 bullets
4
left.
left? Yeah. So it'll take an action for you to pop in more bullets. Okay.
Okay.
So did you want to do anything else? I mean, you popped off your shot. Did you want to
Popped off my shot. I would like to
move, shout out Kelsey, or anything else, or
just want to back up a little bit. So in the bush, just sort of like back up.
hey, do a dodge roll just for fun.
Do a dodge. So should I go back? Go back here real quick, and then a dodge roll.
Yeah, I just want to see how well you're able scrambling.
Shit.
Okay, so I was just gonna say that if you had succeeded, I would say you found really good cover that
Okay.
I would apply. But this is just you just again normally crawling behind another log or something, right?
Okay. So I can still move back
Yep.
even though it failed.
Yep. I was just gonna give you a bonus to hiding, or really a disadvantage for them firing at you.
Gotcha. Okay, and that'll be the end of my turn.
All right, Kels. Oh, sorry, it's the leader actually. He's going to, let's see, now that he knows he's been kind of tracked, he's going to like move over, try to himself get better cover, and he's going to, I'm going to have him roll and see if he can spot either one of you. Bring up a sheet, see what he's got. So different. This is where if I didn't set it up properly, it's gonna hurt me now. Because I don't have his skills set up right, unfortunately for me. Let's see, do I? Oh. So would that just be what attribute would that be, Jaden? Would that just be intelligence for if he can? What would spot hidden? But I don't have it set up. Intelligence? You think?
I guess.
Yeah, I guess. What he can see. Let's just double check his stuff. Yeah, that's a failure. Okay, I'm just gonna use his intelligence, see if you can see, guys. Yes, you can see, you guys, with a hard success. I'm just gonna roll real quick here. It's gonna be Kelsey. Even it's gonna be Cassandra. All right, he sees Kelsey.
I don't want to be seen.
I know. I know. But he's gonna take a shot.
Oh no.
But
he gets a penalty because I'm prone.
Yep. I'll give him a penalty right now. So let me put this. Let me get on the token. Let me roll the dice. So he gets a penalty. That 9 represents 90. That's going to be a fail on his base skill of 60. So the shot just ricochets on a stone beside you and completely misses you. But you're now aware he sees you. Okay, Kelsey? And we'll move on to your turn.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, one of my attributes is shadow, and I would like to use that to hide and get around them. If nothing else, I'm out of range, so there's not much I can actually do right now from here.
You can move and get closer into range if you wanted, yeah?
Yeah, but I want to do it in a stealthy fashion, so...
So let's use stealth. Roll a stealth and see how far you can go.
Yeah, but I'm also have the shadow attribute, which reduces the difficulty by 1 level or gain a bonus die at the keeper's discretion to stealth rolls.
Do a bonus die, please.
Okay, bonus die. Not a problem.
And just so you guys know too, I bought the Pulp Cthulhu compendium. So if you want to look up some things, like I'm just looking up Shadow just for fun, and
Oof.
you can look up all that stuff under the little eye attribute.
Oh
How'd you do?
no.
Oh my God!
Um.
Well, you failed.
Well.
You're,
At
just move
least.
where you want to go, but you're
They see
unfortunately
you go, I
they see
guess.
you.
Oh,
Describe
that
how you're
was.
doing it. Describe how you're fucking this up as you're crawling through the bush, please.
Well, I was just doing the little quickie run to each cover and crouch down, but I tripped and then I kind of rolled into the place I wanted to get, which is over here. I'm not undercover. I'm just out in the open where everybody can see me.
Yeah, and so
Oh
good.
dear God, I'm going to die.
So this,
Anyway.
what's
Oh
what's
shit.
your movement rate again? So this is a good time to just talk to Cassandra about movement. On your character sheet, under combat, right? You will see, and if you see things changing, it's just because I'm looking at it. You'll see that right above your weapons, you have a box on the right hand side that says movement rate. Cassandra's is 8. What's yours, Kelsey?
9.
So that means you can. What is it? What's the? Is it yards?
Actually, they don't really. The only time movement rate really comes in is when there's a chase, and it's usually a comparison between what you have and what the people chasing you have. So it doesn't really translate into distance so much.
Oh.
But if you want to give it something, that's totally fine because I moved about 50 feet.
So I'm just double checking. The compendium, action sheets, movement. All distances are approximate and based on narrative description, so accurate measurement will rarely be an issue. Should you wish to gauge distances, then as a rough guide, a character can cautiously travel 1 meter or 1 yard per movement point move in a combat round. Thus, an average person can travel 8 meters in one round. If sprinting, a character might cover 5 times that distance, but would soon tire. So that's all they say. So it's really loosey goosey. So
Yep.
I think you can make it at that spot fairly easily in your turn. That's reasonable for me. So you there.
I'm more worried about the out in the open part, but okay.
Okay.
Try not to shoot too hard, please.
All right. Let's move on, and just want to have. So let's see.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
I got that shot feeling.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Sorry, guys. Gotta bring this guy's character sheet up. Gosh, it's so weird. I'm not familiar. I'm not used to this character sheet, and so it's really slowing what I can do down. Okay. Kelsey, do a listen check for me, okay?
Listen, no problem.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Never mind. Never mind. So, this fellow here, sees you, and you're super close, so he's gonna take a shot.
Of course he is.
Uh,
Great.
are you lying prone, or are you standing up from when you ran over there, or kind of crawl, whatever?
I would have been prone. I probably would have tripped and fallen on things, so that is kind of like being prone, even if it wasn't as intentional.
In the mud. All right. He's gonna take a shot. He fails.
Oh, nice.
Yay!
Yes.
Yay! It
Yes.
ricochets behind you, but
Fuck.
it makes you very aware. He's got you in his sights. Okay, so that's
That is
soldier 4.
terrifying.
Soldier 7 is the guy who got hurt, and he's gonna, let's see if he sees anything. I'm gonna just use his same character sheet. So let's just see. So yeah,
yeah.
he sees you
Who does he
too.
see?
He
He
sees.
sees her? I
Yep,
mean, them?
yep.
Oh,
He sees them because his buddy's shooting
no.
at him, and his captain just smacked him for not fighting. He's gonna take a shot at
No.
you, Kelsey, but
Of
No.
course.
he's
Yep.
bleeding, so I'm gonna have him do it with the penalty. Okay.
Yep.
So that's 11, and then let's do a penalty. So I rolled a
That's
4. That
just a
changed.
regular success.
Yeah, that changes. Yeah, from so instead of 11, he's gonna get 41. So just a regular success, not a hard success.
That's still a 12 damage.
It's still 12 damage coming at you.
Ow.
Yeah, peeping. You feel the pellets of his shotgun bite into your flesh.
Ow.
Oh,
Oh, I have to be on edit. Boy. There we go.
So just a note too that your characters, if you click on the token, I've set up the bubbles this way. Red is your health. I think 80, the green bubble is your luck, and the blue bubble is your sanity. So quick, easy way, if you're not used to Roll20, you can either adjust the health on your main character sheet, or you can click on the bubble, and if it was Kelsey, you go -12 and hit enter, and then it would change on the bubble, and it would link to your character sheet and change there together. They're meant to integrate. So whatever way's easiest for you, do it. But that's 2 options you can adjust your hit points.
gosh.
Okay, so that's number 7, Cassandra. You're up, and you're seeing all these ambushers are shooting at your buddy Kelsey.
Yeah, and I don't like it. So, um, I guess I have to roll a dodge because I want to move behind or near this dude. I want to move here.
Use the stealth. Are you trying to be sneaky, or
Uh,
are you
yeah,
just
yeah,
running
yeah.
for it, or how you doing it?
Let me see. Hold on. My dodge is higher. Um. Well, since they're all looking at her, I'm just gonna run. I'm sorry for them. I'm sorry. I do apologize. I will get better.
Thank you.
Um. Since they're all looking at them, I am going to like run for it. No, I'm not gonna stealth, and my dodge is higher, so I'm gonna try
Okay.
that.
Yeah. So where do you want to go? Put your token on the
Woo.
thing, and we'll see if that's reasonable. Oh, that's a nice
Okay.
hard success. Good. Yeah. Just
I
go
want. I
ahead.
want to go here,
Okay. And then what do you want to do?
and then I have a. Let me find it. Combat. My unarmed skill is high, so I kind of just want to attack this dude.
Okay, that's the guy who's bleeding from the gut.
Yep.
Okay,
So
so I'm just gonna see. I'm just gonna roll to see if sees you coming because you did a good dodge. So let me just see. Have him do a spot hidden. He didn't see you coming up and flanking him because his attention's on Kelsey where he is shooting. So you're behind him. You're gonna catch him unaware. So in combat, if someone attacks you in a melee, you can either fight back or dodge. In this case, he doesn't see you, so he's not gonna get that option. So you can go ahead and just roll your attack. Oh my God! It's a crit success. Holy crit! Oh, so that's 1. That's fantastic. That's the best you can do. You take him out.
nice.
Please describe how you do it.
Okay, so I'm behind them, and they're all looking at Kelsey over there, and I'm in a blood rage. So I grab him by the neck, uh, put my arm around his neck, and just choke him out, and just take him down in the bushes.
Okay. Okay. And normally with the crit
Ass.
success we could add more damage and stuff, but I'm gonna say you take him out, he was already injured. So in this case, I'm gonna be a little flexible with the critical success rules. I'm gonna say you get 1 more action. Is that okay with
Nice.
you, Kelsey?
Hell yeah.
Okay, you get
Okay.
1 more
Oh,
action because that
well,
was super
particularly
duper.
because Cassandra's on my side, but
Yeah.
details.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm still afraid. The leader guy seems to be, big ups, but since my adrenaline's still pumping,
Yeah.
I'm gonna aim at this guy. I'm gonna crouch and I'm gonna aim at this guy.
Okay,
And that'll be the end of my
let me just roll and see if he sees you coming. And again, I didn't stat him out properly, so I'm going to use the soldier spot hidden. Okay, so he sees you. He's going to let's see if he dives for cover or not. How's that gonna Jaden, how's that work again? He sees Cassandra, he can dive for cover,
Mm-hmm.
but that would mean the
He
attacker
loses
gets
his
it.
next.
Yeah, he loses his next turn. But
Yeah.
would Cassandra roll a penalty dice to hit him?
Yeah, because he'd end up because he'd either be prone or behind cover at that point. So
Okay.
it kind of cancels out the bonus for aiming.
Yeah. Which Cassandra wasn't aiming, really. Cassandra's shooting. Right? So Cassandra.
I'm
I thought
aiming. I'm
Cassandra
aiming.
said aiming.
Oh, were
Yeah, I
you?
crouch.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I crouch and then I aim, and then that was going to be the end of my turn.
Okay, never mind. He doesn't die for cover then yet because you're aiming. My apologies. I didn't pick up on
So
that.
does he still see me though?
He still sees you, but he hasn't
Okay.
dove for cover yet. But he
Okay.
sees you. And I think that was really well. Did you? I mean, if you wanted to, you can take a shot, or do you just want
Oh
the
no,
aim? Just want the aim?
I just want the aim because one, I'm closer, and two, there's two of them and they're injured. So
Well, this
yeah,
guy
I just want
here
to aim.
with the X, he's dead. He's now a body crumpled onto the ground. Okay.
I know, but this guy's the leader, and he
Yeah.
seems strong. So I'm just
Okay. No problem. You're aiming. You'll get that bonus die on your next turn.
okay.
If you have a next turn, because it is now his turn. He's going to turn to you, and your eyes are going to meet. And when you look into his eyes are cold. They are.
Yeah.
They don't have any color in them. They are black pupils and black. There's no
Oh
green. There's
no.
no blue. They're black. And he's gonna level his gun at you and take a shot. Now you have an option to dive for cover, but that means you would give up your action on your turn. Unless no,
That's
wait,
up
Action
you
did.
to
don't. You have a talent, don't you? Don't you,
yes,
Cassandra? You
yes.
have the
Cassandra
talent.
does have.
Your die for
Talent to what?
your die for color doesn't cost you your action, right?
Yeah.
We
Oh,
talked about
true.
that
Yeah.
before. So you can
Yeah.
die for cover with no penalty. So it's up to you. He's going to take a shot. So when someone's attacking you with a range attack, a gun attack, firearm attack, you have the option of diving for cover. Normally, if it was Kelsey, they would lose because they don't have that talent. You do have that talent. You would still have your action your next turn. It's a talent. It's a bonus to what you can do. So do you want to dive for cover, or do you want to just?
I, I clicked the button and it failed.
But that's a dodge. That's different.
Okay.
That's a
Okay.
dodge.
Yeah. I would like to dive for cover.
Okay, great. So you dive for
That's
cover.
dexterity, right? Or it doesn't. There's no button.
No,
I don't think you even roll it, do you, Jaden?
no, you don't roll it.
You
You
don't.
just kind of. Oh well.
Yeah.
You
Dive.
were. I thought you were already kind of crouched, so I guess you're like rolling into deeper cover.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
because
like
I thought you
that.
were crouch aiming your gun, your pistol at them. Okay.
Yeah.
So
That's what I was doing.
yeah. So for him, when he takes a shot, he's going to have a penalty die. So
Okay.
let me make sure.
But I would still like to dodge for cover.
Yeah, you are. You can. Yeah. But just
Okay.
remember each square is 5 feet, so you can't really go too far one way or too far the other. So pick a square. Which square do you want to have dove for cover?
How about that?
Yeah, that sounds great. Okay, he's gonna fire his rifle at you, but he gets a penalty die,
Penalty.
Yep.
Okay.
and the penalty die is
Nice.
50. It's still
Nice.
a success. He still hits.
Oh, he does?
Yep.
Yeah.
His firearm ability is 60. He rolled a 31, but with the penalty die, it turns into a 51, which is still under 60. It still hits, and I'm sorry, you take 12 points damage.
Got
So
you.
let's roll to see where he hits you. Let me just roll it. Pull up my fire sheet. Show it to you guys again, just for fun. I'm going to roll a 1d20 and see where his shot actually lands. If I can get the turn tracker out of my stupid way. Where does it land? Where does it land?
Left leg.
Let's see.
Left leg.
Left leg.
No.
There you go. You got now a shot in your left leg. You feel like a sharp pinching feeling as the bullet rips through your flesh, Cassandra. Okay, so have you figured out how to do the points either from your character sheet, or you can do it in the red bubble by going the minus sign 12 and hitting enter. Whatever is easiest for you.
Did it work?
It did.
Okay. But it didn't show up on a. Oh, okay. See.
Yeah, good job. That's excellent. All right, so that's going to be. He's going to yell something in a different language.
Is that language Spanish? Do I
Yes,
recognize
it
any
might
of it?
be. So let's have you guys both roll. If you have Spanish, roll your Spanish to see if you can understand what he's screaming at you guys. Well, not screaming, but yelling.
All right. Well, my Spanish is crap, but hey, who knows?
Cassandra, do you have Spanish too?
I do not.
Okay. Oh, that's a success.
But I have
Oh,
linguistics.
whew.
What's linguistics?
That's going to be more like.
Scientific study of language.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be breaking down like languages syntax, and it's like the education, like the it's not.
Okay.
It's going to be
It's
like.
not the skill.
No, it's going to
Gotcha.
be understanding the basics of language structure, syntax, grammar. It's more like that sort of thing. So it's very good for studying different languages and learning about them, and like deciphering the Rosetta Stone or something like that. It'll be helpful
Cool.
in that kind of case.
Okay. But they got it. They got an success.
Yep, Kelsey's got a success. And here's the thing: this is the thing I try to do with the gender thing. If you keep finding you're slipping with the gender thing, just call Kelsey by Kelsey. Just say their names. Yeah,
Will do.
that's what I've
Thank
tried
you.
to do, because unfortunately I've misgendered in the past, and it's so easy to do. But yeah, just use their character names instead of a pronoun at all. It will help you so much. It helps me to just try and say the name.
Definitely do that. Thank you.
Yeah, no, because I've done it, and I feel horrible about it. So
Feel
anyway,
bad. Yeah.
yeah. So if you
Not
just
feel good.
I still appreciate you trying, so
yeah,
thank you.
yeah, and if you say the name, it's just easier. It's a good habit to get into anyway.
Will do.
Okay, so you hear the leader going, "Da human scum" in Spanish, and if I
Human scum?
die human scum.
Human
That's
scum.
that's kind of disturbing. That implies that he's not. I'm going to be disturbed over here. Thank you.
Or maybe your Spanish isn't so great. Who knows? But
Yeah. Well, at 25, yeah, it's not that great, but yeah, I get your point.
yeah. If I do accents, A, I'm terrible at them. B, I don't mean to make fun of any particular culture. I'm just trying to make it more immersive if I do try to do an accent, but I'm not sure if I'm feeling the joy today or not. But we'll see. But that will be his turn, and we'll move on to this one. A shot
Okay.
is going to come
So
out
really,
from.
I am really good at hiding, and I
actually-
am going to fucking do it this time.
'Kay.
Damn it.
Go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay, I am going to try melting into the bush again, and I'm going to be moving. It helps if I grab the token over here into this set of bushes, and I'm going to be doing it in a stealthy fashion.
Okay.
Oh god damn! But I do get the bonus.
Yeah, roll the
'cause I
bonus.
am a
Let's
shadow.
come on. Let's do a shadow.
Oh god
damn!
damn it! Oh, I can't hide to save my fucking life.
So as
It's
you're
so
like, so
embarrassing.
describe what you're doing. Describe what you're doing in a narrative way, like we're in a movie.
Yeah, no, I managed to like the bushes were just too thick, and there were vines everywhere, and holy crap, is that a fucking snake? Oh my god, that's a fucking snake! Any
It's
further
a
questions?
fucking snake. Oh my god. Okay. So you shout that out, hey?
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's why I can't hide, because I'm screaming about the snake. Yes.
okay. So, and then as you look up, right into the face of this soldier number 4, whose turn it happens to be,
Of course.
and he
Yes.
levels his gun at you and takes a shot.
Oh shit.
Wow,
Yep.
this is gonna be over really fast. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but you're prone on the ground, so we'll roll a penalty for him.
Oh.
Wow.
Hey, it's not that much damage.
Well,
and that would make
he's over. The penalty takes it up to a 56. he needed 50 or below, he messes you. The snake
Ah,
startles him as well, and his shot goes awry because he has a fear of snakes.
Nice.
So he takes a shot and it screws up his thing, but he misses you. But that shot goes right past you. But it ends up hitting the snake instead, and the snake's quivering little reptilian body is just like quivering and been blasted, and there's pieces of the snake and snake skin all over. You are lucky. Holy shit! That penalty dice.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Okay, so the
Poor
next
snake.
soldier that's up is, where is number 7? Seven's dead, so I'll remove him from the thing, and we can start a new round with Cassandra.
Okay. So, what happened last time? Okay.
We'll
So I'm going.
say you're still aiming, so we'll give you the benefit of that because you still did that critical success. So let's have you still aiming. You'll get a bonus die to whatever you do,
Okay.
and I'll just move this body out of your way so it doesn't interfere with what you know is going on.
Okay. So I'm going to dodge or roll towards him. This guy. Roll towards him.
Mhm.
See if that works. That doesn't work. So what does that mean? Just a little bit or no?
Well, I just moved that guy's token because his body was right here, so I just moved it out of your way. He's dead.
I know,
Yeah.
but like when I fail a dodge or to roll towards him, is that a dodge roll or no?
Well, dodge roll is when you're trying to dodge something.
Get out of the
It's not
way.
when you're going to move stealthily to one place or the other, right?
Gotcha. Okay,
Right.
okay. So I'm
You don't
I'm gonna
necessarily
move
need
close.
to roll a dodge unless I tell you to.
Though,
Understood.
if you are trying to be stealthy about it, you might want to roll a stealth
Stealth.
check.
The problem
Okay.
is, don't forget, he saw you and saw you guys were staring each other down, and he shot you, right? So his
Right, and
attention
I
is
dodged.
on you.
I see. Understood.
Well,
Okay.
you dove for cover, and he fucked up his roll. No, he didn't. He succeeded. I'm sorry, he succeeded and shot you for 12 points.
Yeah, in the leg. Okay.
Yeah.
Ha. So I'm gonna roll a stealth. Extreme success. Cool.
Wow,
I'm
that's
gonna bust
good.
up behind this dude right here,
Okay,
and I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna shoot him.
you're gonna
I'm
okay.
gonna,
It's a point blank shot. Jade, I need help because I don't know what to do with the point blank shot. Is it just let's bring up the firearm thing? Maybe it has it on the firearm sheet.
Yes, it does. It's
could also
bonuses.
just take him out too, or try. But I want to shoot him. Feel like, well, saving bullets though, eh?
Point blank. Where's point blank? Point blank is one bonus die. Okay, so fire your attack, and then roll the bonus die. You get okay. Let's see.
Holy fuck!
Holy
That's pretty damn.
fuck! So the bonus die will give you 13. So that's extreme success, and the damage is 4.
Actually, it wouldn't be extreme. It'd be a hard success because it would be below 15.
Oh right, because it's only 13. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
13.
Yeah. Sorry.
But that still
Good.
does damage.
Still does damage. Roll 1d20 and let's see where you hit him for his body part.
Oh wait, let me move this out of the way.
That is the right arm. And we're going to say that when your bullet fires into his right arm, he drops his rifle onto the ground.
Kick ass.
No.
Okay, and then he's going to take that damage. That's 4 points of damage. Let me put that on his token. Okay. And that's, I think, your turn. Pretty damn good turn.
Yeah.
All right, so now it's his turn. He's going to. What is he going to do? He's going to lunge at you and do and try to not like try to hit you. He's just going to try to hit you. So let's see. 3. Oh, actually, yeah. He's going to lunge at you. I'm going to see if it works. He's going to lunge at you, and as he does, these giant fangs come out of his mouth, and he's going to try to bite you, kind of like like a vampire thing.
Oh.
He's going to try and bite you.
Is there a sanity check with that?
Yeah, we'll do that after I see if it actually. Look at I got a syntax error on that. Why? So I'm just gonna roll it since it's not coming up properly. Did it come up properly in your guys' thing? I got a syntax error, but it looks like he rolled a 17. He had to get.
Yeah, we got nothing. So if you rolled a 17, that's pretty damned awesome.
Yeah,
what was his?
his ability's 35.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's a success.
But so Cassandra, what you get to do, it's a melee attack. You can choose to either fight back with your own unarmed strike, right? Or can it be a melee? It's just unarmed, isn't it, Jaden? If they fight back or
Yeah.
dodge, you can do one of the two things. You can try to dodge.
Yeah, it'd be under brawl.
Okay, yeah, brawl.
It would be under brawl because I have two things under brawl.
The odds are it's probably just a regular brawl.
Unarmed. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can either dodge.
No. It wouldn't be an attack. Well, actually, if you are fighting back, it would be an attack back. So I guess you get to choose. Do you have whatever weapon is accessible out and ready to go?
It would be a melee
I don't have
weapon.
It out.
It would be a melee attack. Fight back.
In that case, it'd probably be unarmed because if you have the gun in one hand, you could just punch with the other.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do you want to dodge?
You're like two-fisting your weapons.
You want to attack? Okay, great.
I want to attack.
So in this case, he rolled a 17. You rolled a 60, so he wins. And so his damage would land. So let me find out what the damage is.
His damage was 4. No, what was his damage?
I've got to roll his damage. So
okay.
Can you give me a con roll, Cassandra? So go up to your Constitution and just click on Constitution.
Oh, this isn't going to be good, is it?
No, it's not. So you feel those fangs gouge into your shoulder through your clothes, and you feel a spike of pain and burning sensation throughout the flesh around the bite area. But you only take 2 damage, but you are now poisoned. You can feel the venom coursing through your bones. So the damage was a 1d8 plus poison. So you are now poisoned because you failed your con check.
This isn't good.
Now I have to see
my
what poison
hit points
does.
are down. Hit points are down by 2 points, and poison.
Yeah, you're poisoned. I'm trying to see what the thing is for that. Gosh.
Isn't there like a little poison icon on someplace?
Yeah, I'm just trying to look up what that poison effect is for it. Yeah. So here's the thing. It's while I'm looking that up, why don't we take a quick little 10-minute bio break? Come back in 10 minutes, and I'll hopefully have that poison thing. I just need to check my book and see what the poison effect is. So we'll see you in 10 minutes, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, good job, you guys.
Yep. Great, thanks.
Hey, I'm back. Are you guys back? That's okay if you're not. Still looking
Still
up.
having breakfast, actually.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Very late breakfast.
Oh, goodness. Yeah. I'm just looking at the compendium, and I'm also looking up on some of the Pulp Fiction or Pulp Cthulhu stuff. I think the thing is, it's different. I was expecting it to be like D&D, but the difference is like you roll to see what level of poison it is, and then it increases in damage on some of that, right? But then they have this other sample poisons in the compendium that talk about speed and effect of a poison, right? So the book doesn't, in this module, it doesn't really explain what poison to use. So just defaulting to the basic poison rules, I think we'll treat this as a very mild poison.
Totally up to you. I have no
Actually,
idea what this thing is.
yeah. So sorry. So I'm just reading it. So it says very mild poisons, no damage, only temporary unconsciousness. But I don't want Cassandra to go unconscious. So I think a mild poison rather than very mild is 1d10 damage. Strong poisons are 2d10 damage. Lethal poisons are 4d10. So I think,
Holy shit.
yeah, when Cassandra comes back, we'll treat it as a mild poison, and I will roll 1d10 to see how much poison damage without any lingering effects. I think that would work. Cassandra, are you back? Sean? If you are, unmute.
I am. Sorry.
Did you hear that discussion we just had about poison?
I did not. What happened?
So, in this case, there's different levels of poison. Very mild, and extremely whatever point. Anyway, we're going to consider this a mild poison, which means you get an extra d10 of damage. Oh, shit.
Oof.
Oh.
Does that take you out?
Hold on. So it's 2 for the original, whatchamacallit, right?
For the
No,
bite?
it was 4. Yeah, the bite. How much was the bite?
The bite. Where's the bite? Where's the bite?
Was the bite 17? No.
Nope, that was the roll. I actually haven't rolled the damage for the bite. The bite is a 1d8.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't.
Wait, there was a 1d8 up there.
Did I do it?
There, you
already?
rolled. There was a 2. Look above the d10 that you rolled.
What's the number on it? Is it 2?
It was a 2. Yes.
Okay,
Okay,
2.
so
2 and 10. 2
Yeah,
bite
I'm
damage
dead.
and 10 poison.
That means death, dude.
No, if you that takes you to below 0, that means you're going to be unconscious, and someone would
Okay,
have to
okay.
do first aid to stabilize you.
Actually,
Wow,
yeah.
isn't it? Yeah, but
Since it's
it's not a major
below
wound. We don't do major wounds in this system.
Since it's below 0, I would roll a con check to make sure it's not an instant death.
Okay, go ahead, roll a
Okay.
con check.
Well, I'm just editing. Let's go back here.
Oh,
Yep,
that's great.
Not dead yet.
Not
So
dead
it's
yet.
just 0
Just 0 unconscious.
or -1.
No,
Okay.
just put 0 unconscious. Sorry, Jaden. Am I messing it up?
No. That's usually what I use.
Wait, so for hit points though, it only lets me put 0. Where would I put unconscious at?
Don't worry, we'll know. We know you're
Okay.
unconscious.
Okay. Oops.
Actually, if you are on your character sheet, look to the right of your stats, right under birthplace.
Got it.
See, it says conditions, major wound, which we're not using, and unconscious, and you can click the bar.
Gotcha.
Great, cool. Thank you for guiding us, Jane, because I'm still learning the character sheet.
No problem. Though I, for the most part, don't really use the unconscious bar so much. I usually just invert the token.
Oh, well, that's cool. Well, that's fine. Whatever.
Which
You're
is,
unconscious. There's
you know,
only 2 of us to track, so
like
we're
that.
good.
Yeah, I mean, there's not that many of us, and you conveniently already took one of them out. So, right. Can I see that Cassandra went down?
Yeah, let me just move to your turn. And go ahead. Yeah, I mean, do a spot hidden. We'll just see if you can, because you're kind of dealing with the snake and the guy who just shot the snake by your head, and you just had the shotgun blast go by your head on the snake. Yep, you can see them.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah, I totally can. Yeah, I'm gonna take serious issue with that, and I am just going to start firing at number 4, who's right in front of me,
Okay.
because I know that what's his name over here is going to come and visit me very shortly. So,
Okay.
I'm going to shoot 3 times, and I am going to take the penalty dice.
Okay.
So first shot, no penalty, but no hit.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Though, do you want to move and do point blank shot into him, so at least your point blank would balance out the penalty dice, and then you just be doing straight rolls. You want to do that?
Well, that's the thing. Point blank is 1/5 of your dex. So I'm pretty sure I'm already in that space. Hang on. I don't do math while talking because I
Yeah, I
suck
think
at
you're
it.
already. I'm just saying, I don't think you. The bonus dice from point blank would counteract the penalty dice for
17.
your multi shot, right? Wouldn't it?
Not entirely. Yeah, so I'd have to be within 17 feet, and I'm pretty sure I'm easily.
Oh, easily.
Oh yeah,
You're
yeah,
there.
I'm close enough. Right. So I get so I get a bonus die on the first shot.
Okay.
Which I can't. Apparently, it won't let me do that. That's fascinating. I'll just roll a d10 because that's the next best thing.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
And I still can't hit him. But the second shot, that one, the bonus and penalty die cancel each other out, so that's just a clean shot. Holy shit!
What the hell?
And apparently, I'm having a shit for rolls day, unless it's spot.
They've got an aversion to bullets, man.
One more. Come on, go.
Oh my
go
God.
big or go home. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
Yeah, and this one would I'd still have the bonus, but I'd have 2 penalty dice, so I default get 1 penalty dice for this one. I get a success. Dear gods, please let me do it right this time.
Well, you just click on your token and hit the penalty button I made for you to roll the 1d10. I don't know why it's not doing that for you.
Finally, I hit something.
You hit it finally.
Okay, 7 points.
Okay. Roll the
it's
dice.
It's not awesome, but I'll take it.
Roll your 1d20 to find out what location you hit him at on his body.
Oh, great. Yes.
If you hit
Come
him in the
on. You know
face,
you
then
want to
that's
be
going to be fun. What is
3.
3? What is that?
That's a good question. What is that? 3 is right leg.
Cool. Okay, that's cool. He goes down, drops to one knee, and if you want, I'll give you, because you shot him in the right leg and he goes down, I'll give you a free extra shot with the penalty dice at the back of his head if you want.
Great. I can move a little bit closer and see if I can't just take him out. But it is with a penalty, so let's see how. Oh, that's.
Whoa! Nice.
Let me roll the penalty and see how bad it is.
You're still there.
27, not bad, but it's only 3 points. I'll take 3 extra.
Yeah, no, that's. Go ahead and describe your killing shot. That's enough for this mook.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, he's like grabs his leg in pain and goes down and presents the back of his head, of which I take a shot into. So, smush!
Excellent.
So, just my unconscious party mate and this guy with some interesting fangy action going on.
Exactly. And we don't have anything like death saving throws in this, like
Not
like
that I've really
D&D.
used. Pretty much, I would only really use something like that if what's his name over here decides to go after Cassandra again while she's down. But I'm pretty sure he's probably going to go after me first.
I think that's a good idea. Let's see if he sees you over there. Well, I think you guys are so close, and the sounds from your 4 shots. Just keep in mind that you use 4 bullets in your magazine, and he's gonna turn to around, and you're gonna see the fangs come out. So yes, please give me a sanity roll. I'm gonna say, like with Cassandra, it happened so fast that they did not see it.
They just
went
got
and went
chunked
unconscious.
before
Yeah,
anything.
exactly. So give me a sanity roll, please, Kelsey. So
That's not good.
Yep.
How much do I lose?
Roll a 1d4, and we'll see how much sanity you lose from seeing this big fangs dripping out of this guy's mouth. That's kind of, his skin's kind of wrapped, like stretched out. Ooh. So you lose 4 sanity.
Yeah, this is.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be screaming at this point.
And you see big gobs of like this green venom dripping off the tips of his giant fangs.
No.
Yay.
No.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Now,
Right.
because he dropped his rifle when Cassandra hit him in the hand with her shot, he's he's going to run towards you, this horror with these giant fangs, and he's going to try and leap at you and bite you. So you can dodge or you can fight back. This is a melee attack.
Dodge. I think dodge is better, but let me take a peek. No, it helps me to get out of edit. Yeah, dodge is better.
Okay. Let's see what happens.
And I can't burn luck on that. So,
Well, and my bite doesn't seem to be working, so I'm just going to roll. Why is this not working?
I can theoretically help you figure that out later if you'd like.
Yeah, it's because I used the NPC sheet and I hadn't used it before.
Yeah. Sometimes I haven't had much luck. I usually just edit them like PCs. So
Yeah, I'm
but
gonna
anyway,
roll. I'm gonna roll the first D10 will be the 10s, and the second one will be the 1s. Okay. So 58. His thing is 35. He fails. You fail, and so it's a tie. So nothing happens, right?
Yep.
Okay. So he just kind of lunges past, trips a little bit on the body of the guy, and stumbles, and it messes you. Okay. And then that's his turn, and we go back to you.
Right. Well, I've got 3 bullets left in my gun, and I would like to use all of them right now.
Okay, and again, it's point blank. So let's
Yep.
do the same mechanic we did before. So your first one will have, I think your first one's a regular shot, right?
No, first one actually gets the bonus.
Gets the bonus, okay.
Click on there. Bonus. Yep, can't hit the broadside of the barn.
Come on.
Next shot. This
Come
one
on.
is like no penalty, no bonus.
Whoa!
Ooh.
Nice.
Let's go.
Please, I mean,
So
yeah.
I get 20 damage there.
Yeah, go ahead and describe your killing shot, please. That takes him out.
Yeah, apparently that scary mouth with those big honking drippy fangs. Yeah, I just put the gun right there, pull the trigger, and sploosh. Do I need to roll dodge to see if I get hit by brain bits?
Yeah, please do.
Yep, no brains for me.
Okay, great. The brain. So the velocity of your bullet since this matter going behind him, not by you, and as it rips through his flesh, you see underneath there is reptilian kind of flesh underneath. So we're out of combat. Narratively,
Great.
just bring some role play in it. What are you gonna do?
Well, Cassandra's down, so I'm going over there and I'm going to try my first aid skill and
Okay.
also call for one of the doctors to come over, which hopefully they can.
Okay.
And it depends on like if a doctor can get over here faster than I can. How quickly are they moving?
Well, they're dealing with some of their own injuries, right?
Okay, so
you go
my
ahead and
first
try
aid.
it first.
Hey!
Yay!
Okay, in regular call,
No, it's
first aid gives a one hit point.
it gives you
back.
better in this. I think you
Yay!
get a one. I think you get a 1d4. Let's just open up the cheat sheet again. And let's look at first aid. Should be top right hand side. You get a 1d4 per use.
Fantastic.
So roll 1d4, and so instead of just the 1 point, normal Cthulhu would just be 1 point, right?
Yep.
But in Call
But
Cthulhu,
here I
it's
give
3.
Cassandra 3 points.
So Cassandra, you're now conscious again, and put 3 points back on your tracker. But you're gravely injured from the bite, and I think from the shot to your left leg.
Okay.
But you're conscious,
Back
and
in
you can role play. Yep, you're still alive. Thank goodness. Oh yeah, I thought you said Pulp Cthulhu's either than Cthulhu, Vicky. It is. You're still alive.
So, my role play.
Yep, role play.
Oh, what happened?
That thing isn't, yeah, I heard him shout something about die humans, and, now that I'm looking at what's left of him, I don't think he was human.
Oh, outside of game. Do I roll sanity to remember his fangs, or can I just say that?
Do you want to go look at the body and then roll sanity when you see
Yeah.
the body? And you
Okay.
see.
Yeah, well, I was definitely going back over to the body.
Yeah.
Okay. So Cassandra,
I
when you go over here, bring your token over here and let's have you look at the body.
I'm gonna limp. I'm gonna limp over here.
Yeah. A little bit of help there. Yeah.
Ah. Yeah, that does not look human at all. Let's see if I have anything I can like. Nope, I don't have anything I can like poke at him with. Damn.
So roll
Yeah,
roll your sanity and let's see if how, because I mean seeing a lizard like dude. Oh, nicely done. You only take, because it's a success, you just take 1 point of sanity just for seeing a lizard thing. You don't have to roll anything else and lose more because you're handling it all right.
Out of
Okay.
curiosity, do you have any like little glass jars on you by any chance? Like little sample jars?
Oh no, I have satchels.
Want to roll
I don't know
luck to
what
see
those
if you
are.
do have glass jars in your archaeology
In
kit?
my yeah. So
Yeah.
roll luck, you said?
Yep, just roll up.
No, haven't
No.
got any.
Well,
What are satchels? Are satchel charges, or are they just like things that you hold stuff in?
Yeah, it's just like a backpacker or a courier pack, right?
Got you.
yeah,
Okay.
I usually think of satchels as a courier bag.
Yeah.
A magnifying glass if you want to get in there.
Yeah, can I, yeah, examine the body?
Yeah, please do.
I
Go
don't,
ahead. Do roll a spot hidden.
okay, this should be exciting, and I get the bonus, so this should be really fun. And I don't really need that bonus at all.
At all. At
Whoa!
all.
So, just kind of tell me how you're going through his body and his stuff, and I'll tell you what you find as you.
Well, let's see. Among other things, I am like inspecting the body, like trying to like figure out like, is he like wearing like a human mask or something, or was this kind of a shapeshift kind of a deal? Just kind of poking that over and like seeing if like the skin peels back on his hands and whatnot, and also rifling through his pockets because I can.
Yeah. Excellent. So yeah, all of those things. So as you're doing it, as you're poking, prodding his flesh, you can see that what appears to be human flesh is just a covering. His entire body, his legs, his arms, as you're going through it, just has this fake human flesh over top of it, and underneath is dark green scales, serpent-like scales. Okay, he has a light backpack that he was wearing. Inside of it, you find a stick of dynamite
Oh hell yes!
with a fuse
Oh yeah.
and
Okay,
a
that's
and
that's
a
very
and a
useful.
and a triggering cap. Okay, so make sure you're writing this down, guys, because I won't remember.
Oh, yes.
Okay, he also has this weird artifact, which I'm going to assume you pass over to Cassandra. It's a stone flute. It's a very odd stone flute. Okay,
Yeah,
but
I
but
will pass that over because you probably can figure out more than I can about that.
you also
Indeed.
find a parchment paper that I'll reveal it to you here. And as you unfold it, you see that.
Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a folded up
Interesting.
waterproof parchment paper. Okay?
Waterproof, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
Huh.
You also see or find, let me just bring up my book again. Also find, let's see what else you find. You find in addition to that, you find maps of the local area and a compass.
Hey, I don't already have one of those.
I do, so you can have that one.
In his front pocket of his uniform, that's kind of buttoned, you open it up and you see that there's dog tags for a Captain Lafuentes. Captain Lafuentes. Lafuentes. Let me spell it for you since my pronunciation is horrendous. And I don't speak Spanish at all. So let's see. Captain. Where the heck is his name? Lafuentes. Fuentes. Okay.
Like that?
If I was looking in the chat, let me see. La Fuentes. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. He also has an extra magazine of ammo for his rifle that he dropped back there on the
Yeah,
ground.
cool.
And let's see.
I
I
will
think that's it.
pick up. Yeah. I can't really do much with a rifle, but I'll pick that up and the magazine.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna pick. Oh, Kelsey gave me the stone flute and the map of the local area.
Yeah. Do you want to roll
Great.
archaeology and see what you make of this stone flute?
I do. I want to add those to my possessions really quick. See.
Please do.
And then So I'm going to roll the archaeology on both, but I'm going to start with the stone flute. If I can spell the word, there you go. Okay. Yes. Archaeology. Ooh, a failure on the stone flute. Nothing came up. Can I spend some luck on that to get it to see if it helps or no?
If you want to, but that's a lot of luck to spend on something like this.
Yeah, 13's pretty chunky.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But we also generate some at the beginning of each session, so if you want to burn it, you'll get some of it back next time.
Yep. I mean, it's really play your character the way you want to play it.
Okay. So I'm gonna see if it helps with the luck. What was it?
Oh
It was,
no, you don't
it's
have
just,
to. You don't have to roll luck. You would take your luck points. So I think you have 80 luck. You would reduce your
Mhm.
luck by 13 points to make it a 70 for your archaeology roll. So
Okay.
you'd buy those points, like 1 luck for each point, to bring that roll down, so it's a success for you. No,
Okay.
you don't have to roll it. You just have to change it on your character sheet.
Yeah. I pushed the wrong button. My bad.
Hey, no problem, no problem. We're all learning, right? So I appreciate you guys' patience with me too as I'm learning.
Okay.
So that's
So
now
yeah.
a regular success, right?
Yep.
So I mean, this is a flute. It's obviously a flute. It's a small wind instrument. It's made of a unidentifiable black stone. Um, you feel like there's some certain runes on it that have different motifs of serpents.
Okay. So I'm just gonna add that to my pack
Yeah.
and hold it for later. And then I'm gonna roll again
Okay.
on the map of the was the map of the local area. What was the cool thing? That was the map, right?
There's a map
With
of
the
the local area that you guys recognize, but then there was that other handout that I showed you, and it should now
yeah, the waterproof
it
thing.
should now be visible to you guys. Let me just check my player version of this. I should now see it under handouts at the bottom of your journal page. So that's on the right hand side by where your cog is. Again, that
Yeah.
little icon that says newspaper. Go right down and see handouts. You'll see the Caduceus Foundation, the Bolivian map. So you'll found that map there, and you'll see the handout number 4, attacker's map. That's the other handout that you got.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's what I'm gonna roll archaeology for.
Okay,
While I look over that.
and then
Ooh.
this is just the map of the local area that you guys saw, the Bolivian map. So how did you do? Let's see. Excellent archaeology. That's great. So let's just bring up the handout again. I just want to. So as you're looking at this handout, you realize that it looks like. I should probably read you the description more than just putting it into my own words. Haha, give me a second. I want to read you the full description. Because you did so well. Let me get it back up to the part of the story. Sorry, my PDF's taking a little bit of time to move. Okay. Is it? Sorry, guys. Just looking for the flavor text because it explains it a lot better than how I can just wing it. Go up, go up, go up, go up. That's one thing with these guys with this book. It's got so much material. I'm like, oh my god, where's all this stuff? Okay, here's the map. Where's my explanation of it? Okay. I can't find it. So, using what I vaguely remember, is that this particular parchment seems to have what looks like a search grid. There are random scribblings that, with that successful roll, looks like that those are areas that they've already searched and scratched out. as not being successful. And yeah, exactly.
Do we have an interesting? Do we have any idea of what the grid overlays in terms of actual places?
That's interesting. Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. There's other things to look for that may connect up with this. But yeah. So you see that, yeah. And these give me a linguistics roll, please, Cassandra, to see if you recognize any of these symbols on these grids. Holy shit, extreme success. All right. Yeah, you recognize that these have a very ancient connection to some ancient Mayan symbols, and you can tell that if you hold it up the appropriate way, do you see that symbol that looks kind of like a 3 in the middle on the top part of the circle, just to the right of the middle? It looks like a 3, that weird symbol.
Yeah, I see.
You think that ties into the Mayan symbol for the direction north.
Nice.
Okay. Cool. Now you're starting to feel a little lightheaded from all the blood you've lost, even though the first aid.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the doctors are yelling, "Are you all right? Are you all right, Kelsey? Cassandra?
No, we're not.
Can you make it back here? We have injured. We're treating them. Do you need help?"
Yeah, hang on. Just hang on a second. Cassandra, do you think we're done over here?
I want to limp over. Can I pick up one of the fallen rifles as well?
Yep, for sure.
Okay.
In
I
fact,
pick up the rifle.
that's so like that one of the fallen soldiers, like number 4, he has a shotgun.
Ooh.
So
Yeah. I'll pick up the shotgun.
Okay.
How much ammo does it have?
It is actually, because he shot the snake and he took a couple shots at Kelsey. He's gonna have, if you search the body, you'll find 6 more shells. Right now the shotgun is empty, and you would have to reload it. And here are the stats for the shotgun. I'll pop it into chat. So, and I can if you want, you can add in on the weapons section. You hit the edit mode on your character sheet, type in shotgun, and then add in those stats if you like. And if you don't remember to, I will do it later at the end of the session.
Doing it right now.
Okay, I think we're just doing a 3-hour session, right? So that would be,
Yep.
I think we got 1 more hour left, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, great. So that's excellent. Okay, so you've got a shotgun now. You've got 6 shells. Okay, Cassandra. 6 shells. Just make a note of that. Awesome. Okay. Anything else you want to do? Now here's the other thing. I just want to. Can one of you guys roll? God, I wish we had insight in this game. Jordan, what's the best? Or Kelsey, what's the best thing for insight in this game? Roll luck, actually, or no, or roll education, please.
Actually, in terms of that, education is more for stuff that you actually know.
Okay.
Whereas intelligence is probably the closest to like just insight.
Connecting the dots. Okay. Could both of you do an intelligence check for me? Oh,
Sure.
you're Cassandra's too engrossed in the map and stuff. Oh. Okay.
Wow.
I think I'm good here.
I think you're good. So
she's got most of Kelsey has most of their blood. So
yeah, you know, not too lightheaded.
They've got an advantage.
Exactly. So Kelsey, you're looking down at the serpent creature, and when you're looking at the other soldier seems to be human. There's no serpent stuff underneath his skin. He's flesh and blood human. And without having you roll for it, because we only have an hour, you're going to notice that the soldier is a human, and as you're going through his stuff, and Cassandra's already taken the shotgun and the shells, that he's unkept, he stinks, he's got bad BO, and if you take off his boots, you find that his feet are slowly blistered, whereas this officer or leader, his uniform is well kept, well trimmed, very clean, he doesn't stink. Um, but he's a serpent guy, and in your mind, you kind of roll through the process of, do we really want the doctors and nurses seeing his serpent body? Because how do we even explain
Yeah.
that? So there's that kind of like intuition that you're as you're going through. Okay, we got a human guy, but we got a serpent guy. If we, it makes you think about what the hell should you do with this serpent body corpse? Should you take it with you to the aid camp? Would that raise a lot of questions? Would it cause people to panic? Or do you hide the body from that? Like you
Uh,
start thinking about, holy fuck, what are we involved in?
yeah, I think hiding the body, so I'm just gonna get some of the big leaves, and I have his the dog tags that he was found with, which I'm guessing is a person he killed and stole the skin from, maybe. Regardless, I've got that, and yeah, I'll just conceal the body. I'll drag the body. If I can move it, I'll like drag it like way over here,
Okay.
and like just like put leaves around and big honking palm leaves, and just weight it down with any little rocks and sticks I find,
Okay.
and organize the other two bodies like over here in this little clearing, and just yeah, tell the aid workers that we should probably take them with us so we can hopefully get them back to their families.
Okay. And so as you guys go back
Um.
to, sorry, go ahead.
Oh,
Go ahead.
before we will go back to the camp, I'm gonna ask Kelsey, have you had a chance to look at the document that the doc dropped before all this
Uh,
popped off?
no. I was thinking we can take a peek at that like after we get better bandages on both of us,
Okay.
and
Okay.
we can read it together then.
Okay.
Okay. So as you guys
Uh,
go back to the mule train where the rest of the group is, you can see that the doctors and
yeah,
nurses are
we'll just limp together because
yeah.
you know.
Yeah. So as you're kind of pulling back, so you can see that they've put the bodies of the mule handler and Dr. Arturo to the side. They're trying to calm and gather up the mules themselves as they bandage each other. Um, One of the doctors will come up to you and start giving you treatment, you know. And I know this is, we're
Yay!
kind of
Oh,
messing with the medicine whatever rules, but they'll do up the band-aids a little bit better than what the
of
first
course
aid
they
did.
will.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
clean it and do some wound protocol on it for you, Cassandra. And they're just, you know, they're professionals. They've been in these situations before, and although they're not happy that they've lost Dr. Ursini
Ursini.
and the mule handler, and that's the doctor number 3 is getting treated as well. That was hurt. It's not their first rodeo, and they're doing their profession of healing, right? So I just want to roll what the medicine thing would be if the stupid PDF would come up. And of course, there it is. Okay, so let's try and do. I'm gonna just have them do. This isn't right. I know this isn't right, but let's just say I'm gonna roll 1d4. Just again, another. I know we're not supposed to do multiple first aid, but I think in this instance, well, you get one more hit point. They're gonna have to get you to the aid camp and get you some medical attention, but you're not gonna bleed out,
Who did that
Cassandra.
1 point go to? Oh, that went to Cassandra. Okay.
Cassandra, yeah. And then for you, Kelsey, let me do the same. 1d4. 4 hit points back to
Woo!
you. Again, they staunch you're not bleeding out anymore. They've cleaned it. They put on really good band-aids, taped it all up, and on one mule, they're going to put the bodies of the mule handler and Dr. Toro. And on the other mule, they're going to put Cassandra because you're the worse off. The doctor, number 3, that was hurt is continue walking. And it's getting close to the end of the night, so they just decide, now that everyone's kind of out of immediate danger, they just want to carry on and get to the aid camp and get you proper medical help at the Red Cross hospital.
Cool.
That works for me.
So while they're doing all these things and loading up stuff, if you guys want to look at that packet of papers, this would be the time to do it.
All right. Well, I'll break them out.
All right.
And
so
I will walk beside Cassandra's mule so we can kind of look together.
Okay, fantastic. So let's see here. As you're going through Dr. Sini's that envelope, you see, first of all, it's blood splattered and stained now. But
Yeah,
you
that
see,
sounds about right.
yeah, you see that Dr. Yersini was reading this letter. Can you guys see that? Hopefully I made that visible for you.
Yes.
So, Kelsey, can you read it since you're the one that grabbed the envelope and you pull it out?
Sure. Hang on,
give
let
it a
me
good
blow
read.
that up just a smidge.
Yeah.
That,
So,
oh, no, it's cool. Sometimes the sizing is a little bit weird.
yeah.
Okay, Caduceus mission briefing, date 12th March 1933. Dr. Arturo Ursini, briefing for Bolivia mission. Proceed to aid camp, see map. Present Dr. Gomez in charge of aid camp with enclosed letter. You should first make your way to the site of the recent confrontation. The site is approximately 2 miles west of the aid camp on the far side of the river. Beware of possible level 3 threat in vicinity. Our intelligence on the threat is regrettably limited. We believe the threat is a temple guardian of some kind. Your mission is to enter the temple and retrieve the mummy for immediate return to Caduceus headquarters in New York. Any accompanying artifacts likewise should be brought home. Your team of specialists is very able but new to the job. As always, we find it best to initiate and test newcomers in the field. Brief them as and when you see fit. We will expect you to report on individual team members on your return. You have proven over and over again that you can keep your head when those around you are losing theirs. We have every confidence in your abilities. Regards, Shapiro. Interesting.
Indeed. Who lost their heads where and when? And why?
I think that was more a figure of speech on that, but yeah, retrieving a mummy? I'm not sure that I want to retrieve a mummy. I don't know.
So,
How are you feeling about that? You study mummies on a regular basis, don't you?
I do, and I'm super into it, but I am concerned. But I am concerned about this guardian.
Yeah. Well, considering that, they didn't bother telling us about this before we were sent here, I'm kind of thinking we should, figure out our own way to do things, because if they didn't bother, telling us in more detail, then, well, forget them. Yeah, I want to see what the deal is with this guardian and see how dangerous it is, and, if it needs to be, stopped in some way before it actually hurts people.
I think
I
we
would
should
be
also try to figure out if we can get some more supplies too before we go trying to figure out where and what this is.
Did you have any particular supplies in mind?
I mean, what do we need for not yet. Not yet. Is there any place to purchase supplies in the camp? Just
Purchase
a
probably
wide.
not, but I'm sure if we ask nicely we could probably borrow stuff.
Ha,
They'll probably want them back.
True. Well, we can't give back dynamite. You have one stick, but I feel like with a guardian, we might need.
Well, that's the thing. I kind of don't want to blow up a perfectly good archaeological discovery unless we absolutely positively have to.
What kind of
And
guardian do you think it is then? You
I
think it's a
honestly
person?
don't know. I mean, it could be just like that leader dude. So,
True.
like another reptilian creature with
Fair.
extra fangs, and I'll just look pointedly at your fang marks.
Yeah. Side note, am I still being slowly poisoned?
No, that you've already had the effects of the poison. It was that 1d10 damage you got.
Okay. Yeah. Fair. Okay.
So, Kelsey, as you're also, there's other papers in that envelope, and you find this map of the local area.
Great. Well, we at least know where the site of the battle was. So that's a plus.
Mm-hmm. The other map we were looking at, one of the spots that they haven't checked yet was heading north away from the site. Do you want to try to go and investigate that first? Do you want to investigate what we were sent here for first?
Oh, that is a good question. I would kind of like to investigate the other one first. What we weren't sent for. The thing that you think is the icon for north on
Same.
the.
Yeah.
But if nothing else, I kind of want to heal up a little bit before we go, because who the hell knows what we're going to see?
Agree.
Or more precisely, who the hell knows what we're going to be hit with?
Agree.
Literally.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
someone roll both of you roll intelligence checks, please. Nice. Kelsey's holding up the map from Dr. Ursini's body, and Cassandra's holding up the map from the lizard guy. And you start comparing it. So if you guys can, open up both handouts next to each other. Or I'll just open them up here and just spread out the windows next to each other. And you guys are looking at them and comparing them together.
That's why it won't open, because it already is open.
And just put the windows next to each other and do a side-by-side comparison. Because you both succeeded on your intelligence checks. So.
Oh, look. That squiggly thing in black on
Matches.
yeah, that yeah. Right. Well, so if I'm getting this right, where we're supposed to be going is kind of matching up with this map, huh?
A little bit. The site of the battle seems to be the same.
It looks like dead center.
Exactly.
Oh, that's interesting. So, well, if they've already covered the search areas that are scribbled out in blue, what do you say we start going for the ones that aren't scribbled out?
Wonder what they were looking for, though. If we don't know what they didn't find.
Well, that's a thing. This is jungle, so if we find things that don't belong in a jungle, or are special,
Nope, that's it. Yeah.
I mean, if it's not leaves and not rocks, I mean, sure. I mean, there might be like buildings and whatnot, which obviously we couldn't even remotely take with us. But if there's like artifacts of some kind, that might not be a bad plan to like collect.
Agreed. So do you want to head toward which symbol do you want to head toward?
Well, we might as well go toward the one that was kind of that squiggly 3 that you think is north.
All right. So after we heal up, we're heading towards the 3.
Yeah, and I was thinking like just doing a counterclockwise sweep around, so doing the one that the next one, which is what a very stylized W.
Yeah.
And
Sounds
then
good.
the U, and then the one that kind of looks like the what is that, a cancer? No, quotation marks. I'll go with quotation marks.
It sounds good. Yeah, sounds like a good plan to me.
So yeah, that sounds interesting. But what do we want to tell everybody else, assuming they actually ask? Do we want to tell them anything?
No, I
And
think
I'm
we'll let
assuming we're far enough away that nobody's overhearing us.
Yeah, they're busy rearranging the packs and putting the bodies on the packs.
yeah,
You
we don't
know,
have to tell them. Well, okay, I was gonna say we don't have to tell them anything that we're going to the site, but if some shit happens, we want them to at least know a good vicinity. So maybe we just have instructions to look around the site and we're heading north.
Yeah, and just tell them that we're kind of doing a counterclockwise sweep to the south.
Yeah, yeah,
So they at least have an idea of where to come look for us if we don't, I don't know, say check in.
agreed. Yeah,
It would be good to have somebody come and like make sure that we're not dead.
okay,
Cool.
so
Well,
as you guys are, the other one thing that's in this packet is that letter that's addressed to Dr. Gomez. Now it's a sealed letter,
is it sealed? Okay.
but I mean, it's up to you what you want to do with it.
Well, I was thinking that, like, if there's
cool.
if I've got the, I probably don't have what I need here, but I was thinking, like, maybe steam the thing open and read it before
Yeah,
shoving it back together and, like, making it look like it was untampered with.
Okay, so you want to maybe, I mean, so you want to look at it, right?
Yes, I do want to look at it.
Okay, just I guess roll like a, for want of a. I mean, you don't have acting craft forgery or anything like that, do you?
I'm pretty sure I don't. Did I take? No forgery in my life here.
Okay, well
So sad.
let's just roll a stealth to see how well you can open this or carefully open this envelope in a way that doesn't look like it's been
Okay.
tampered, okay? It's
In that
humid, it's a
case,
jungle.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, you know, you tear it and but yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
um. Well, I was going to roll
yeah,
that.
yeah. It was my
Oh,
bad. I
that's
clicked the wrong
Cassandra.
button.
Sorry. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
yeah.
Kelsey.
Okay, I can do this, even though I failed every other stealth check this game, but I can do this.
You
I did
did it!
this!
All right. So you're able to like take a little water from your water bottle and wet the sealed up glue part where someone looks at an envelope, and in this humidity it pops right open and you'll be able to seal it up quite easily so that no one knows that you actually opened and tampered it. And this is what you see of this letter. Can you please read it out loud?
Sure. 12th March 1933, dear Dr. Gomez. And of course, this is on the caduceus stationery. We hope that all is well at the camp. This letter should be handed to you by Dr. Arturo Usini, a trusted member of our organization. He and his team, well, she, I guess, and her
Oh,
team.
yeah, I wanted more females in this story because they don't. It's all guys for crying out loud. So I did switch to gender.
Oh, well, that's totally cool. We'll just make that Artura Ursini.
Sure.
She and her team have important work to conduct in the vicinity of your camp. Please extend her and her team your support and hospitality. I trust the additional staff and supplies she brings will prove useful. Yours, Shapiro.
Too sketchy. It's
It
not
sounds like
sketchy
you.
at all. It's a little too normal of a letter.
Yeah. My gut feeling on this is that Dr. Gomez vaguely knows what's going on and is kind of letting it because they keep bringing supplies and other stuff that they need to run the camp. And are pretty much like, yeah, you go do whatever you need to do and just make sure you're here to deal with the wounded when they show up.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of my guess. The answer, we could probably just pretend to be Dr. Orsini's team. if
Yep.
we feel like it.
Yep. And Dr. Ursini has been called away suddenly.
Well, there's called away, and then there's their
Dead.
brains are kind
Dead
of
on the backpack
all
mule.
over.
But
Yeah.
does
So
but
just
does
remember,
but
you
does-
guys, Orsini was your team leader. You are her team, right?
Oh, good.
Oh,
Okay,
we
yeah.
already worked her team.
Yeah,
Okay,
you guys were all hired by the Caduceus Foundation to come in on this aid mission, and Orsini was your leader, right? You flew in from New York together. You flew into Paraguay on the airstrip, and then you've been hiking in for 2 days. So Orsini is. You guys know that you're part of the Caduceus team that's bringing in more supplies. The doctors and nurses that you're bringing in are part of the Red Cross. The supplies have been paid for by Caduceus, and they're funding this resupply mission.
Oh, so we actually are that team. It's good
You
to
are
know.
that team, and that's why if you remember, she was going to talk to you and go, listen, there's more to this mission than you've been told, and was going to tell you, but then got her head blown off. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so there you go. So as you guys it's getting darker, so the what's left of your party are ready to head and try and get to the camp before it gets darker, before you lose daylight. And as you guys make the trip through the jungle, nothing else happens to you, and you come up to the aid camp just as Twilight's starting, and there's a group of other doctors and whatnot that come in. Oh, I guess I should really ex-nay the mule handler since he's no longer there. But here you go. Let's just
Well,
zoom
he's
out a
on the
little.
mule, or rather, his body is.
His body's on
yeah.
the mule. But as we go there, let's just pretend some of these are just new NPCs that are at the camp. There's a group of NPCs as you come out of the jungle path that are a group of the camp workers, the aid workers. They all have the Red Cross logo on their shirts and on their lab coats for the doctors and nurses. There's a big Red Cross on all of their tents and facilities. They come running out to you, and you know they're quite concerned that there's obviously
Oops.
someone's been hurt. All your tokens should be at the bottom of the page there.
Kind of.
Oops, sorry, I did.
Thank
Yeah, sorry,
That's
I
okay.
didn't scroll down deep enough.
Yeah, it's just at the bottom of the page there. And let me change Cassandra's name on the token. There we go, and I'll get this one out of the way. Yeah, got them?
And
Oh,
you can.
there's so many. Holy moly, what's happening?
That's because, like a dork, I dragged my token onto the page.
Oh yeah, no problem, no problem. So let's bring it up there. So as you guys enter, you're kind of there's a group of workers, hospital workers coming out. They're taking your injured into the hospital. They're guiding you two into the hospital.
Right.
There's a new mule handler who's at the camp already that will take charge of the mules and unpacking the mules and the bodies, and one particular a doctor will come out, and it's going to look very identical. The Dr. Orsini! It's just because I had to work late all week, you guys, so I didn't have a chance to really get different ones.
We'll just say that it's Dr. Orsini's twin sister, and everything's okay.
Yeah, well, no, because this one is Dr. Rafaela Gomez.
Oh, that's Dr. Gomez. Great.
Dr. Rafaela
sure.
Gomez. She's going to come running out in her doctor's coat. And as you guys are being brought into the hospital, and she's going to be quite concerned, and she's like, "Are you? Where are you, Dr. Orsini?" And she's going to approach Cassandra and say, "Are you Dr. Orsini? I'm Dr. Gomez. Like, what happened to you? Your party?" I need to get a better accent.
We ran into some shit. We ran into some shit.
Yeah.
And Dr. Orsini unfortunately, did not make the trip.
Oh my God, you are not Dr. Orsini. What has happened to Dr. Orsini? Who are you?
She's on one of the mules outside. but
my
I
God.
got her papers, and apparently there's a letter for you. I'll hand that over as I'm laying in bed and bleeding slowly.
All right, but then there's nurses and stuff that are starting to take care of you guys. In fact, one of the nurses, as who's leaning over Cassandra, gasps with horror and goes, "Mon Dieu!" and is looking at your snake bite marks on your neck. And Dr. Gomez immediately, says, "Anti venom, quickly, quickly, make sure." Anti venom, and the nurse runs and grabs the anti venom kit and injects you with some anti venom, Cassandra, which will hopefully help make you feel a little bit better soon. And Dr. Gomez,
Cassandra groans in relief. Sighs in relief.
and Dr. Gomez is like, "My God, look at the size of that bite. That must have been one huge snake."
Yes, it was very impressively large.
You have no idea.
You're
No
lucky
idea.
to be alive.
I am aware.
Yes. And
We're,
and Dr.
uh,
Gomez,
we're,
sorry, go ahead.
we're just glad that the giant snake didn't manage to, swallow Cassandra while it was at it.
Mm.
Right.
I don't have any response. I'm sorry.
You don't really need a response to almost being eaten by a snake. It's all good.
Dr. Gomez will quickly read the letter and then look at you, both of you, and say, "So you are the Caduceus team for Dr. Orsini, correct, right?"
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, what are your names, and who's taking over for Orsini at this point as the team leader? Orsini is unfortunate; she's passed. And what did you want done with the bodies? I'm assuming you're going to take the bodies back out when you go back to Paraguay and take them back to New York so they can be returned to their family.
Yeah, we should do that. I'm Kelsey, and I actually nominate Dr. Cassandra here to be team leader.
Oh, that's so nice. I was thinking the same about you.
Yeah, too late. I already nominated you.
Well,
Also, I'm Cassandra, and I'm apparently the new lead for our little group here.
well met, well met. Dr. Gomez leans over and gives you both a firm handshake, and is just trying to roll with the changes in the stark fact that an attack is taking place.
So
This is
we've brought supplies.
quite dangerous times now, um, and I would be remiss if I didn't explain our situation here. But sorry, you were saying, Cassandra.
Uh, we've brought supplies, but I'm more interested in hearing about the current situation. Please.
Well, as you know, we are a camp neutral of the International Red Cross. We have local folks that have been injured in the infighting here, as well as both Paraguay and Bolivian soldiers. It's a neutral site, but she starts to look really nervous, and she looks out the window to the far side of the camp, and she makes a gesture towards this area and say, "As you can see, there's two Bolivian armed troops there, soldiers, and they're not supposed to be here. They arrived about
Hmm.
last week, and they won't leave. They've been taking advantage of our facilities, um, and it's causing quite a concern for us. We did radio our headquarters and notify them of this, but then those soldiers burst into our radio tent and destroyed our radio.
Oh,
So we
yay.
have no way of letting the Paraguay authorities know that we are not a Bolivian military target. And so we're really concerned. But at the same time, my people here, we have no weapons. We are a Red Cross unit. and we are frightened. They are very, how shall we say, they're taking liberties where they should not. And
So, in other words, we need to escort them away.
well, she goes, listen, these are just two that they leave on guard during the day. There's about 20 of them, 20, 25 of them. They come back at night and camp and eat our food and our supplies. And then they go out first thing in the morning. They go across the river ford into the jungle, and I don't know what they're doing. But they're not supposed to be here, and I'm really worried they're jeopardizing our humanitarian mission. But I also recommend that you be very careful. They are dangerous, and they will harm us. Like
So they've
Hmm.
hurt some. They've hurt someone here
they
already.
they've threatened. They put people at gunpoint when they were destroying our radio tent, and when they take their food, they just come in and with their guns pointed, and they take whatever supplies they want. Which has left us in, obviously, we have to feed our people, we have to feed our patients, and thank God, thank God, oh, thank God, mi amigos, that you came, or amigas, that you came with the supplies, because things were getting quite dire until you showed up. And as much as I grieve for the people you've lost, I'm so grateful to see the supplies you've brought.
So
Gracias.
about the provisions that you have currently, are they out in the open where they can get to them, or are they hidden?
No, I mean, they come into the mess tent when we're making meals and they take what they want, right? They come in if
Hmm.
they, we don't have any military stuff, any military supplies. Again, we're a hospital in this war zone, and we're just trying to do the best we can to stop people from dying.
Understood.
Now, I will
Ah,
have. I've instructed that a tent be prepared for you. You'll have your own tent, um,
cool. Thank you.
that you can rest. You please take advantage of our facilities. We have showers, and obviously,
I
you.
will surreptitiously sniff my pits and see if that was offered because it was needed.
And and she'll just take a smile at that gesture. So she'll point out through the window that tent there's for you, and she'll say, "It looks like your wounds have been cared for. In the morning, come back and we'll change your wound dressings to make sure there's no infection. You're welcome to come to the mess tent. Dinner shall be in most likely an hour as soon as the sun goes down. And if there's anything you need, just ask any one of the nurses or doctors or any of our aid workers."
Thank you. Thank you. We will. Speaking of which, how many hit points are we getting back from the treatment here?
The medical care.
Yep.
Let's see. Let's have you roll. Where's my medical care stuff? Hang on. Sorry, that's a good question. While I'm looking it up, why don't you guys tell me what you're gonna do?
Well,
Hoping
I
to
kind of
chat.
had half a plan germinating, and then when you mentioned where are the supplies, I had an extra plan. So let's see if you think I am completely insane here. But first and foremost, I was thinking of maybe just depending on how many people are here, moving the mess tent into the jungle, or at least the cooking facilities into the jungle, and like having the able-bodied like just go there to eat, like one at a time,
It would take a
and
lot of
basically,
people to move any of the facilities. Like,
mm,
like in yeah, like it would take a lot for them to move or pick up camp. And to be quite honest,
ugh.
yeah, like,
Okay, so
you know
okay,
what I
that
mean?
would be too hard. Never mind.
Yeah, like
Um,
they've kind of been pounded into the ground, and yeah.
uh, the other plan that I kind of had thoughts of is, well, we've got search maps to go and check out. Um, I was thinking that maybe we can convince the soldiers to come with us and see if that temple guardian can't deal with them for us, perhaps.
Okay, we're getting
I
a
like
little ahead of ourselves. So, it's twilight, and as you guys are kind of like,
Oh, I didn't mean like right now. This was more of a more generalized plan when
yeah,
we're.
okay,
we're planning what to do with the two soldiers.
okay. Well,
Um,
let's just stick with tonight, right? Okay, so if you have medical care in a hospital, if you don't do anything too strenuous over the night, when you wake up in the morning, you can each have 3 hit points back. Okay?
Cool.
But that's if you don't do anything weird or stressful overnight. If you do exert yourself, then it's going to be less because your bodies have, particularly Cassandra, taken a toll. You've been shot, for Christ's sakes. You've been bitten.
I've been
Things have
shot and bitten.
happened.
And
There you
poisoned.
go. Exactly. So, as far as that, it's the jungle. The sun's going down. I mean, and if you did approach Dr. Gomez about moving the facilities, she would just be concerned about the dangers in the jungle. There's there's obviously jaguars, other prey,
Kitty.
predators, stuff like that, right? So she's not gonna be so excited about that idea and would probably say no. They just don't have the
Yeah.
resources to do it, and it's too dangerous in the jungle, to be quite honest. But she's more than happy to show you your tent. So the tent with the green ring is your folks' tent. And as she's doing so, you hear the rumble and a honk honk from a truck that pulls in.
Is
And
that the soldier's truck?
yeah, and let me just bring it up here. So there's this. And sorry, just one. So as the first truck rolls in and unloads a bunch of soldiers from the back, 20 minutes later, another one shows up. And about half an hour later, another one shows up. So there's no longer just two soldiers. That soldier camp, if you're watching,
There are
there's
20 of them.
20 to 25, depending,
Oh, yay.
right? So they have these I'll circle these so you can see. They have 4 tents set up. And you can see the ones that have the X's on. The ones that have the X's that are smeared are some village buildings that have been damaged by fighting and they're not inhabitable. So let me just
Mm-hmm.
do a circle here in blue. So these, or maybe not a circle, maybe a square, I guess, is what I'm drawing with. Let me see if I can move that over a little bit. So these four
Yep.
right there are the 4 tents that the soldiers are using. So as they return back to camp, can you guys both give me a spot hidden?
Sure. Ooh, much better for me.
Wow.
22, which is hard success.
Nice. Okay, great. So I'm assuming you guys are kind of like, watching from the hospital windows because that gives you the better vantage point before you go back to your tents. And
Yep.
as you're watching, both of you have really good successes actually. Um, these soldiers are getting off the trucks. Most of them are sitting around the fire. A couple of them, soldiers are taking bodies of 3 soldiers and putting them in one of the tents. And then a couple of the soldiers are taking a some kind of like a little wheelbarrow type thing and moving to the mess tent. And it looks like they're going to be going there to gather food and bring it back to the camp, soldiers' camp, so they can eat their evening meal around campfires that they've set up.
Hmm.
Okay.
So, I mean, think of it as it being about 6 o'clock at night. And one of the nurses will say, "We usually eat after they've taken what they want. We usually all meet in the mess hall, and you're welcome to come and join us. But I will wait till after they go. We don't want to get them angry." We don't want to take a chance that they're going to shoot any of us or shoot our patients. And as you're in the hospital, she'll gesture to the patient. She goes, yeah, we have Paraguay soldiers and some Bolivian soldiers, but we also have some of the village people here. YMCA. Yes, the village people are
Oh
there.
God, no,
YMCA. You can get yourself bed. You can sit in a good bed. You can do whatever you can at the YMCA. But no, yeah. And so as she gestures, you see there's some men, women, some children that are obviously from the indigenous community in this area, who have various bandages and are been hurt, and so there's a real a mix of people that the Red Cross are helping here.
Can you tell us about the soldiers? How are they in terms of like chain of command? Like, if their commanding officer says to do something, like, do they actually do it? Are they like relatively well behaved based on orders?
Right, and I'm gonna bring this lady up. Doesn't look much like a nurse, does she? What can I say?
No.
No, she doesn't.
She's into some other
Is she,
things.
What
is
can I
she
say?
actually a nurse, or is she one of those weirdo liberal types that are like cosplaying
You know,
nurseliness?
when you buy it's when I was looking at getting tokens for this game, it's so predominantly male. I have to take whatever female tokens I can.
Ah, okay.
And
So
I
this
find
is
it,
just standing in for an actual nurse.
yeah, exactly. So
Okay, cool.
her
The
yeah, her
attire not meaning anything. Cool.
yeah, not at all. Don't take the attire too seriously. I just want some female representation. Her name's Gertrude. She's actually from LA. Um but she has a strong calling for her profession of being a nurse and wants to help other people. And so, as she's talking to you and she's dancing, she goes, "These soldiers are odd." She'll say, I've been in different aid camps before. I've been to Africa. I've been to the Middle East, and these, for some reason, are the most well-behaved soldiers. They don't catcall. They haven't tried to buy any alcohol from us. They haven't tried to steal any of the drugs that we have in the hospital. Um, they don't speak to us really. It's the first time I've been around soldiers, is they haven't tried to get up into my knickers, if you know what I mean. Um, she goes, so in that way, it's quite good, but in another way, they never use the showers. They stink. They reek. I don't know what kind of military you've been acquainted with, but in my experience, these these soldiers are really not following proper military protocol as far as how they set up their camp and how they keep their equipment and their uniforms. They stink. They reek. They're gross.
Do they have a leader?
Yeah, there seems to be 3 officers, and they're well kept and they're very well spoken, but we don't really deal with them unless. I mean, when they came in and destroyed the radio tent, they came and spoke to us and threatened us. But they didn't harm anybody. They just destroyed the radio tent. Um, so yeah, but there are 3 officers. They seem to command each one of the trucks when they go out every morning.
Interesting. Can you point out the leaders next time they walk by?
Yeah. And she peers out the window. They they generally have a different color of uniform for the officers. Their coats are usually their tunics or jackets are usually blue, and the regular soldiers are in a red.
And you mentioned that the 3 officers are well kept, they smell fine, they don't use the showers, and the other ones are also they stink and they're not as well kept.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it seems like the regular foot soldiers or the privates or whatever you want to call them are definitely like their hygiene is such a low standard. It's disgusting.
So I
I
lean over to Kelsey and I whisper, "Same as the officer in the woods."
Mm-hmm. Don't talk later.
and then the bell rings for the mess, and Gertrude's like, "Oh, let me show you the mess. It's time for dinner." Thank God you brought the new
Great.
surprise. We were starting to just eat rice and beans, and it wasn't very appetizing. So let's see what Cookie has done for us tonight, and she'll lead you over to the mess tent.
Cool. Let's go grab food.
Yeah, so at the mess tent, you have the assembly of workers, except for the ones that are at the hospital, and they're eating. And Dr. Rafaela Gomez, so she pulls out a bottle of wine that she's been hiding. She's like, "This calls for a toast. We need to mourn Dr. Ursini's death. So if I could have a moment of silence for that." And then she has the aid camp chaplain say a prayer for them, and then she goes in, and let's do a toast to be grateful for these supplies. Be grateful we're able to continue the care for our patients, and pray for the end of this war, and to welcome our new additions to our family, and continue the good work of the Red Cross. And she raises her glass in a toast to all of you and the doctors and nurses you've brought with you, and salute. And they have the meal together. And anything you want to do there or role play, please feel free.
Limited blood, so I'm gonna raise my glass and come by, and I'm just gonna watch.
Yeah, I couldn't really think of anything. I'm kind of at the point of yeah, planning and stuff,
Right. Okay. So
as well as kidnapping Cassandra so we can chat more privately.
right. So I mean, it's just then small talk and catching up on the news and what the baseball scores are in America, since you folks flew in from New York City, and just some world news type of things. And one of the doctors that arrived with you just lets Dr. Raphael know that when they were reorganizing the pack animals to accommodate the dead bodies, that they did find a portable radio among Dr. Ursini's packs, and that they put Dr. Ursini's packs into uh, the laundry room for want of a better spot to store them, and the radio. And Dr. Gomez is like, yes, keep them hidden in the laundry room, because that portable radio is not going to be safe in the radio tent after what happened last time.
Yes, and I will look around and make sure that there's no obvious soldiers anywhere in the vicinity outside the tent. But when you use it, make sure you're extra careful, please.
Well, we actually don't have anyone that can use it, unfortunately. The one person that we had as a radio operator has fallen down with malaria.
Oh,
We were actually
dear.
hoping, if you did bring one, hopefully we were hoping Dr. Orsini knew how to use it. Do either one of you know how to operate a radio?
Sure don't.
Not offhand.
I do
what
have
would that?
mechanical repair though.
Yeah,
Oh.
I kind of feel like it might be more electrical, though.
I do have that as well, but not very high.
Well, okay, keeper. What kind of check were you looking for radio operation?
Well, if you guys go over then we'll deal with it then.
All right.
So
Probably
No.
next time though, right? There's 3 minutes left.
yeah. So maybe
Well-
we'll just wrap it up there with you guys having that information, and really your wounds are taking kind of their toll, so you're both exhausted, and we can start up at the next session. Let's talk about scheduling, if that's okay with you guys. That's kind of a good way to end it after dinner, and you go back to your tents. And we can start it off after you get back to your tent if you want to do nighttime prowling stuff. But just be aware you won't get the benefit of the three health. Okay, if you do nighttime prowling stuff. So think about it, and you can
Yeah.
tell me what you want to do next time. So
Fair. Yeah.
today is, what is it? This is the third Sunday of the month, and I don't want to interfere with our other Sunday. Oh shit! 1, 2, 3. Um, are you folks able to? I'm just looking in July. I know it's summer vacation. People are taking time off. What days do you have? And I would prefer either a Saturday or a Sunday for our next session. If you're interested, and if you didn't enjoy it, that's okay. You don't have to sign up. But if you did enjoy it and you want to come back, let's talk about a date that would work for everybody.
So which Sundays are you trying to avoid in July?
Well,
Well, that's a thing.
it's
Our
yeah.
the Berlin game is ostensibly every other week, except that some people have like places to go, so sometimes we go more like every third week or sometimes every fourth week, and it kind of moves around a bit.
Yeah.
But if you're free Saturday, um, this actually fits in relatively well with my Saturday evening game, which starts at 4, so that's plenty of time to work for me. So I could probably do like the 15th if that works for you both.
A Saturday the 15th, and do it like
Yeah,
the
and
time
noon
we've
to
done
3
it.
then.
Is that too much role playing for you though? If you're running two
Oh,
games, like you're running one game and playing in one game, is that
no, I'm just playing in 2.
okay? So you have to be done at this exact time now, right? Which is
It would probably be for the best. That game starts at 4, and if I end in this game at 3, that'll give me enough time to find food and prepare for the next. So yeah, that'd be fine.
what about you, Sean? What's your schedule like for July? Is July 15th? Would that work from you for the same time period that we started and ended today, or
So
no?
we started at 3 today,
Oh,
but they're saying they needed to start at 12.
Yeah. So
My
oh,
my
no, no,
July
no,
though.
We're
I'm
in different time zones. So Jaden's
yeah,
Pacific, I'm Mountain, and I assume though you are Eastern if you started
Eastern.
at 3. So we
Yep,
would,
I'm Eastern. Okay,
yeah,
so I can do my
Yeah,
Saturday is clear right now, July 15th. So I can plug that now. Yeah.
yeah. Let's do that then, if
woot.
that's okay. We'll do Pulp Cthulhu July 15th at the times that we've started. So that would be 3 p.m. for Sean's Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. for my Mountain Time, and 12
Noon for
p.m.
me.
for Jaden's Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
Pacific.
Okay, so what I'll do, if it's okay with you folks, is that I'll put it up as a meetup on the meetup site. I'll automatically add you two to that meetup, and then hopefully
Fantastic.
we can get a couple more people. Maybe we can get some help for you.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm not sure if my half-assed plan is going to get us all killed or not. Um,
But you also have time to figure out, like, maybe ponder it a little bit, and maybe when you come back and have another discussion, because you can brainstorm, maybe you guys will get inspired in the next coming
I'm
weeks as to
already
what you
thinking
want to do.
stealthy, and it sounds like Kelsey is thinking rampage.
oh,
Or charm, right? Or something like that.
well,
Okay.
that's well, actually, come to think of it, like maybe sneaking out and seeing if there is something to find, and then leading the soldiers to the thing to find and seeing if we can't get rid of them all, or at
Hey,
least all but the 2 that are sticking around camp, and then just take those out ourselves.
yeah, I was thinking about taking out the two in camp, um, but they seem like grunts, and they also kind of seem like they're
Um,
attached to the officer somehow. I'm concerned about that, but
yeah,
Mm.
yeah, if there's like unkemptness going on and lack of hygiene, my money's kind of moving more toward mind control of some kind. But we can chat more next time.
agreed. Agreed.
All right, all right. So that was our first session of Pulp Cthulhu, Two-Headed Serpent. Thank you both, Sean and Jaden, for joining, and we'll see you July 15th. Same bat time, same bat place. And I'll stop recording now.